Me and Terow go hello, hello. Meow, 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 fast and slow. Can y'all hear that? We're taking it on the road. Me and Terow. You want to come up? Come here. You need your little ladder. You need the cat ladder stat. I miss when she got full access to come up whenever she wanted. That's what she needs. Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a hodgepodge of topics because there's just so much to update on. There's nothing super one-offed today. There's nothing brewing, but there's a lot of updates. And I thought, hey, let's just go around the smorgasbord, shall we? Hang out with the kitty, have some goofs, some gaffs, some laughs. Yay. Some meows, and maybe we'll find some cows. Moo moo, right? Huh? Get some milk. Everyone grab your milk. I don't say it like that, just so you know. I say milk, and people go, you say it weird. You say it weird. And I'm like, okay. Also, today's episode is sponsored by 7-Eleven Sour Strawberry Belts. They're currently on sale at my local 7-Eleven. Buy one, get one for $1. So I have already participated in this, and the first bag is now gone, and I'm just using this as a educational example. Thank you for joining. We did 2 lives last week, and by we, I mean me and Terow, duh, and you guys at home, of course. And we saw Heidi Powell open up about questions she was not asked. It was quite the spectacle to unfold in front of our eyes. So we are going to catch up with her because she's responded to this interview. And we're going to hear all about it. Plus, Rachel Hollis rebranding yet again. She's got a new venture. And what is she trying to accomplish? Well, let's investigate. Also, the Ace family update. And Megan of Sussex. What does she have to say about eating hamburgers? We're going to find out. Also, hey, the rapture looks like it didn't happen. What does the preacher say? Does he have an apology for us or what? We're going to dive in. Ned Fulmer, he got 1 million views on his first episode of his podcast. What about his second podcast? Is it also popping off, like his second episode? We'll find out. And whatever else pops up, let's just have a like a cashmere type of night. Am I right? Am I right, everybody? What do you think? Is everyone excited to be here?
Yes.
Yes, me too. I'm so excited.
Excited to be here. Yes. You really excited.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. And I have this fun activity for us since we are all over the board. And also, I'm not in my spot. This is my ghost. This is the ghost of Rachel Hollis past. That's her career behind me. Dang. I have this fun activity for us to do. We get to spin. I also put McConaughey on there. I don't really have anything for him.
Right now.
Oh, welcome to Lure. Welcome, Lure. You just got sunk into the mango frequency.
The mango frequency.
Welcome. Lure. So he did an interview. He's going on tour himself because he's got a book, and he's been on tour popping that book around town, and he's also got something else going on. His book and then his tour, I guess, is what he's promoting. But it looks like he's gearing up to sell something again because he's doing the circuit. So maybe we'll check in with him as well. I'm sure that'll be the first thing to pop up. If it does, we'll skip it and we'll go afterwards because that's the least exciting of all of them. But I have this fun thing. Oh, thank you so much to Violetta for gifting some memberships.
Right now.
Hey, that is a beautiful dog, you guys. Is that an English spaniel? English spaniel?
I am getting emotional right now.
$15,000 in crystals here.
That's how much English spaniels cost in the black market. $15,000.
Emotional right now.
Right?
Little things like a private jet.
It's the same price.
I love the money game.
Welcome, everybody. And thank you so much, Violetta.
Emotional right now.
All right, let's spin the wheel, shall we? Let's see. Who wants to take bets? If you were to bet on which topic we'll start with, what would you bet? Put your bets in now. Okay, spinning. We should do this every night. So fun. Ned Fulmer. Okay. Almost Rachel Hollis. Okay, Ned, you're being removed. So we're just going to check in very briefly. Hold on, stand by. Let me not give away all my internet history
right now.
at once.
Gotta invest in mango frequency.
You gotta invest in the mango frequency. That's what I always say. Thank you to Violetta for being a member for 25 months. Welcome to your 2-year and 1-month birthday. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the support, seriously. It means a lot. It keeps me going. It keeps me going here, just as my celery juice does.
Got my celery juice right here. Gonna have to actually drink a little celery juice. Keep me going here.
You are that celery juice, Violetta. Okay, so last time you remember, he did that horrible podcast with his wife, Ariel. She looked way better coming out of that. Not that she looked bad before, but she looked, compared between the two of them, she looked like an angel on earth and he looked like an idiot. So this is what it says. Everyone makes mistakes, some of us really big ones. But what comes next? Rock Bottom is a show that explores people's lowest, most embarrassing and challenging moments, featuring raw, unfiltered conversations with comedians. Okay. Creators, authors, and celebrities. We talk about how they not only survived it all, but transformed their lives. Hosted by Ned Fulmer, the ex-BuzzFeed Try Guys co-creator whose own Rock Bottom ranked number 6 of Time's most viral moments of 2022. Okay, what a weird flex to put on your thing. Literally, that's one way to say you cheated on your wife in public with your employee. It was the number 6 most... How embarrassing. You blew up your entire life, your children's life, and your wife's life to only be number 6. You didn't crack number 5, the top 5 most cringe things of the year. Let down. The show blends curiosity and empathy to tell stories of experience, strength, and hope. Because sometimes the only way out is through, one podcast at a time. Okay, he's really trying hard with this one. He's a try-hard guy. Okay, so first one got 1 million. Second one, 34,000, which is more than I think it should get. This one from 8 hours ago, 1.3. Oof. Oof, that hurts. Ow. Makes me so sad. Breaks my heart to see that, for real. I'm just kidding. He's getting what he deserves, for sure. And I think we're seeing a theme here. We're seeing a theme. He likes to interview blonde women. Does anyone else find that odd? Do you think he's trying to build some sort of narrative that women who are blonde also have rock bottoms that need to be explored? Because in this podcast, he's interviewing people about their rock bottom, but in the first episode, it was all about his rock bottom. Very weird. Anyways, so I give this 10 episodes, and I think it'll be done. I don't think he's going to be able to sustain. I don't think advertisers are going to want to get involved with him. I don't think there's going to be enough views and AdSense to support this into a full-time adventure. So I would say he's probably going to do 10 episodes and then take a break and then get into real estate or something else, or kind of slink off into the ether once again, which is probably very much for the best. Not even probably, 100% for the best for everybody. Yeah, so that's Ned Fulmer. You want to hear like 1 second? He's got some shorts, of course. He ain't no dummy. He's gonna play the shorts game to get his engagement going, but it's a tough one. He changed the blue studio to a more neutral colored studio. Also, in case you didn't know, he's not feeling blue anymore. He's feeling tan. Asari Shepherd, thank you so much, Asari Shepherd. Asari says, Ned seems like the type to never get out of their own head for 5 seconds. Zero empathy for anyone, not Ned. The looks of shock on his face are telling. Yeah, as someone who does, clickbaity type thumbnails constantly, this one, she's talking about her heroin addiction, I think, is what he said. That's a weird face to put in there. I don't know. He's trying to be BuzzFeed. He's trying to be Try Guys. This would have worked like I ate a 15-foot long submarine sandwich. That would be the appropriate clickbait thumbnail for that one. But to talk about some serious topic, not as much. Right, Right, Terow? What do you think? What do you think? Is that an appropriate face? She's like, I don't know. I don't know anything. Thank you very much to Asari Shepherd. And for that I say,
great comment. That's really cute. I love that.
And also, here's a tip.
Make sure you have a lot of bubble bath.
Make sure. All right, here's the short that he's put together. Hold on, why can't I have audio? Why can't this world be full of audio? Okay, now it is. Here we go.
They put me in handcuffs, and I started saying, let me call someone to come get my son, let me call someone, and they wouldn't let me do that, and Child Protective Services came, and really like the A version.
Question, did he get punched in the eye, or does he just have bad bags? Because I have pretty bad bags, and they can look like that, but he looks like he got, socked in the eye. Anyone have any intel?
Like pre-rock bottom, and then the really rock bottom a few days later, it started there when he ran to me crying because he was scared, and he said, that's stranger danger, and my hands are in handcuffs, so I can't comfort him. So all I can say is, it's okay, they're friends, this is okay, and he's crying, and they pull him out of the house. And
oh my gosh.
I get put in the back.
All he said so far in this clip is, oh my gosh, oh my god. Such good intel.
Of the police car. And I'm crying the whole way. They're taking me to jail, and I'm crying the whole way, saying, where's my son? Where are you taking him? They put me in.
What an uplifting podcast people are going to just glom onto.
Got a DUI.
This person got a DUI. It says infidelity, DUI, and Real Housewives Shannon. Okay, I don't know who this is, but I think what he's trying to do here is find anyone who makes himself look better. He's like, well, I had infidelity, but I never had a DUI, so I need to get you on the show so that I, in this scenario, look better than you. It's looking better by comparison. It is a technique and a tactic I've seen play out in real life with couples. They will pick someone who is just a little bit worse than them so they can never feel like, in this relationship, I need to put some work in. You want to go down? Okay, go on. Jump off. Or I'll help you. You gotta pick one. It's that 6:30 hunger that's hitting right now. Okay, let's hear about her DUI and then we'll move on.
Less than 12 hours later, it was on TMZ. I thought, this is it. You've ruined your life. That's when it hit me, I think. Bruises and the stitches and the broken arm. I wanted to take accountability for it and say, yes, I screwed up and I'm going to do whatever I can to try and make it better. Sometimes when you think that you're in such a deep hole you can't get out, someday it'll make sense. I got a DUI.
Okay, that was it. So Ned doesn't even make an appearance in that short. Good job, Ned. Wonderful. I love hearing about people's worst experiences. And then you say, oh my God, that's crazy. Aw, I'm sorry. It's so useful. All right, that was Ned Fulmer. We're not going to hear from him for a while, I think. But hopefully, shout out Ariel. We'll buy some pottery or something one day. And she'll have a rich, fulfilled life. All right, who's next? Let's see. Ooh, 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 ooh. Heidi Powell. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so if you haven't watched the stream from last week on Friday, You should watch it. I think it was pretty interesting. A lot of tea was spilled. A lot was revealed about Heidi. So she admitted that, for the first time that I've heard officially, that she cheated on her ex-husband, Chris Powell, about 5 years into the relationship, if I'm not mistaken. I think they were together about 10. So it was like halfway through them being married. She said it was for several months. She had an affair with somebody. And then she told Chris, according to her, the truth. They decided to try to work on it and stay together, but it didn't work. She admitted that, and she also said that she talked to Dave Hollis the night that he died, and that she had suspected that something was wrong, that he had trouble breathing, that she was talking to him, and she was the one who directed him to go lay down. And in the morning, she texted him several times. He didn't respond, so she sent his former nanny, or his children's nanny, to the house to check on him, and the nanny was the one who found him dead in bed with his phone on his chest. So that was sort of maybe implied because we had that information from the Wall Street Journal article that Dave died with his phone in his hands. So I guess that came from Heidi sending somebody to the house and then that person reporting back to her. Thank you to Oliver. Oliver, thank you so much. Oliver says, can I get a there's Colleen?
Yes.
Yes. Now, where is that? I found it.
There's Colleen. There's a first for everything.
There is a first for everything.
I've been an alpha female.
I've been an alpha female, and what has it got me? All of yous guys.
It's the full moon. If you think you might have worms, go ahead and have a little ice cream.
Everyone get your ice cream out if you think you have worms. That's the sponsored ad. Okay, so that was what Heidi said. And that interview we found out because of the way they were talking. She was talking about some things in the future being June. So this was a pretty old interview that got pulled or delayed or whatever, and was held because it just came out now. So Heidi just responded to it because that was a fairly old interview. Does that make sense? Okay, so here's her response because I think everyone was a little shocked when that came out. Also, Oliver, last one for you, just because.
I want to be relatable.
There you go. We got Heidi in her car, her favorite spot to record videos. Okay, here we go.
I'm a little bit emotional today. A podcast that I recorded with Emma Jade, which I believe is going to be on the 2:30 news or a portion of it, and then the full podcast is on YouTube, went live today, and it is it's a lot. It is a lot. It is a podcast we shot in my home, an interview I did with Emma.
I just have to say, I don't know if she's using a filter. I'm assuming so. She claims she doesn't use filters on her videos anymore. Okay. The pinhole eye pupils is creepy. I think it's a filter. I'm going to hope. Otherwise, you have some sort of medical condition going on because there is not a pupil in sight. They're so tiny. It's scaring me watching this.
Who was so, you know how you meet those people every now and then where you feel like you are just so safe and you can say anything and you can tell them everything and you can share your deepest, darkest fears and pockets of shame, and you feel not only okay with them, but you feel better because of them, because of how they make you feel.
Yeah, sure, but that was not this interviewer. This interviewer literally had one question, and it was 7 times her asking, your life is so crazy, your dad died, you got divorced twice, you're a mess, how do you deal? That's the only question she asked, and Heidi voluntarily gave all this extra information for really no reason other than whatever Heidi wanted to get off her chest that day. I don't think it was Emma Jade TV's amazing interviewing skills, but okay.
That's how this podcast and interview was. To be honest, this podcast was recorded, I think, May 19th. I only know because, you know, every now and then you say something or you record something, and I have been thinking about it every day since, with fear, because there's so much truth in it. There is so much truth. There's more truth in this interview than any other. And I've had a little bit of a pit in my stomach about the day when it goes live, the day that it airs. Just out of fear, it's like if people saw parts of me that I am not proud of, how would they feel about me? And, the podcast was supposed to air or go live on NBC, which is, like in June, and the months just kept trickling. I was like, oh.
The months kept trickling in. Thank you to Brooke. Thank you for being a member for 1 month. Hey, Brooke. Hey.
I like winning more than I like sitting on the beach.
That's you. Brooke says that Heidi interview was wild. Yeah, that was pretty wild. That was pretty wild for sure. I think, and I did some reflection upon it and how I felt about it. And I think it's good for her, because if she's going to go and be authentic and do these interviews, she might as well be honest. I think it was oversharing. I think she put a lot of information out there about Dave that, may not be great for his children to hear one day. But, I don't know. If she's going to go out there and talk about him anyways, maybe she should just be more honest, which it seems like she was this last time. But yeah, it was quite a lot. Very much. That was a lot, right?
Yeah.
Totally. Okay, so they held it for some reason, probably because of how all over the place it was, and also how dark it gets multiple times. She talked about also that she was raped at 38, right? Which is, just a couple years ago. Like, it got really dark very quickly. So anyways, she's saying that she thought that NBC had forgotten that they did this interview.
Maybe they forgot, maybe they're not going to air it, and they aired it today. So what that means is, there's a part of me that's like, I don't know if I should tell anyone. But then there's the other part of me that's like, and I was telling Emma this yesterday when she mentioned it was going live today, I said, I truly believe, like that, it's scary. It's scary. And, people are going to hear things that I say and have opinions, rightfully so, and have judgment. And also, I said to her yesterday, I believe that everything that I said and everything that I shared, no matter how hard it was, is going to land with the person or the people who needed it the most.
Well, at this point, that's what you have to think, because they're not going to pull it just because you said, like, I don't really believe what I said 4 months ago. I feel like 4 months is too long in the world of influencers generally, but especially with Heidi. If you wait 4 months and don't post a podcast, her feelings and thoughts have changed. Same with Rachel. If you were to hold something for 6 months and all she talked about was like the environment and not buying clothes that are new and her rules of life and her methods, if you held that for 6 months, it would be totally outdated, because now she's changed and she's got a new life philosophy. So with these influencers, you got to just post it and then they're on to the next, big initiative in their life.
Even if it means it lands in ways that has other people not liking me because of what I say and because of much shadow parts of who I am or was. But it's life. I'm going to put the link. And then I'm going to end by just saying what I believe, which is that, I've kind of gotten rid of the idea of right and wrong, because I think there just is. I think we're humans living a very human experience. And I think there are things that we do that usually out of survival or protection or maybe rooted in trauma that cause a lot of pain for ourselves and for other people. And those are really hard, but also beautiful learning experiences that can help us grow and evolve into people that feel shame but move through it, and can also help others avoid the pain and causing the pain that we have created. And I think that's what makes our most beautiful selves that we are most proud of. So I could hide all this stuff, right? But I also know that by sharing, it's going to help someone. So I love you.
It only took 7 years, but this stuff could really help somebody. So let's share it now. it is what it is, I guess. You know, I think she had to play a little bit of defense and warn people that she's aware of this and that it was old and, you know, she's standing by what she said because what else can you do at this point? That video got 299 views. Phew. Heidi, we need to get you on an accelerator program, influencer accelerator program, because those views need to be up, baby, to make the big bucks. If we're gonna spill all of our secrets, we better get to work. Okay, I saw this one on. This is called Girl Clothing. Girl Clothing. Let's see what she's got to say. Or yeah, to get the matching outfits, and we got Hulk Hogan, R.I.P. Thor, and Mr. America in the background. Don't correct me, okay? I'm saying it as a jokey. All right.
Said, I mean, I had an eating disorder for a decade and a half, and that the fear of having cellulite was just that exact thing. And to this day, I'll look in the mirror and be like, "What is that? Oh wait, no,
I just did the same thing.
It's a part of me, and it's beautiful."
I walked by the mirror and I said the same thing.
Yeah.
Own who you are. I have goosebumps, but it's like it's so warm that I can't see them. But I'm.
Bring it all in. Okay, my turn? Whose
Yeah.
turn? Okay. What advice would I give to my younger self? I would actually tell my younger self.
She was ready to grab that microphone. She goes, "Can I talk now? Thank you." Boop. All right, it's my show. It's my show. I look at my cellulite legs sometimes, and then I go, "No, I don't have it." Me too. Okay, sorry.
And every younger woman out here that every single struggle and challenge that you are going through that feels so hopeless and dark and insurmountable, like this mountain feels insurmountable.
Okay, so I guess this is her brand now. This is her brand, that she has overcome so much. I mean, that's what the Jade woman fed her, essentially, was, you've gone through so much, how do you do it? Now this is her new persona, someone who has gone through so much and is able to be hot still. That's what we all need, advice from a hot person that's gone through so much.
Is something that will actually be one of your greatest gifts. Hey. I feel like if I would have known that all...
This is so uncomfortable. The way they're shooting this, hate it. They're all hugging as if it's a group photo, but then talking and all don't know where to look, don't know who's to interact. Very weird.
All of the things I carried so much shame for as a younger girl and even an adult would actually be my superpower. I would have been so much...
Look at the camera, nod,
better off. And actually, though, it all happens exactly the way it's supposed to. So whatever you're going through is perfect. And you're gonna get to freedom and peace.
There you go.
Yeah.
It gets easier as we get older.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. Hey!
It gets better. Just said.
So that's what Heidi's up to. Congratulations, Heidi. You did it. Halos aren't just for angels. Did you know that? He said yes. He said yes. We're clickbaiting engagements again. Just like the good old days. We're back, baby. Remember when Dave and Heidi bought engagement balloons and rings to pretend to be engaged to try to get people to sign up for their weight loss course? Yeah, I remember that. We're doing this again. He said yes. ... to the mic, not to the camera. She's hurting inside. She wants to show this man's face so bad.
Then you can turn up your headphones.
This is her boyfriend, by the way.
If you want it louder.
I'll turn up your headphones.
You'll turn your headphones up.
I saw him.
Then you can turn up your headphones if you want it louder.
I'll turn up your headphones.
You'll turn your headphones up.
Wait, they don't even know your name yet.
Hi,
okay, so
I'm Ryan.
Ryan. Hi, Ryan.
When I met him, his energy is just...
You know Clayface? This is Blurface. Blurface Ryan. Blurryan. We got Blurryan before we got GTA 6. Okay, I can't keep playing the song because we know this is at her house, though. You know how I know that? Just a guess. Just a guess that this man's been to her house. I don't know how I know that. All right, I can't keep playing it because there's music, but that's what Heidi's up to. She's saving her children from their issues abroad. We don't need to go into more. Thanks, Heidi. All right, back to the wheel of excitement. Hashtag Neopets, hashtag shout out. Okay, let's go. Who's gonna be talked about next? Ah! Rapture talk! Woo! Amazing. No, hold on. Hold on. Goop. Rapture talk, here we go. Okay, let me pull up the video. Stand by. That's a song. I don't know what it's from, but I know that's a real song. Here's our dude, Mr. Joshua. If your name's Mr. and then you have a first name after it, bad news. And you probably are going to tell me something that's a lie. So if you remember from Rapture Talk, the video I did last week on Tuesday, which was the day of the rapture, allegedly, we were raptured, and this is now a new Earth, 5D Earth, in case you didn't know. But this is the man who started it all, apparently. This is Mr. Joshua. He said 100%, billion%, Jesus came to him and said, the World Cup, you know that secular sporting event? That's going to be messed up because I'm rapturing people. And he said, what? And then Jesus said, yep, that's what's happening. I need to tell you. I need to tell somebody, get this off my chest. You seem like a nice guy. Spread the word, baby. And 100% on the 23rd, 24th of September. Alas, this was recorded on September 26th. He's still on Earth. What the heck? What the heck?
No.
We didn't think this was going to happen, did we?
No.
Yet here we are. So what does he have to say for himself? I bet he's going to apologize. I have a feeling he's going to live in regret and say, I need to think about my choices. Or he won't do that, actually. We'll see. Let's watch. But first, thank you so much to Samantha Wellbrock. Thank you so much to Samantha Wellbrock. Hiya. Hiya to you as well. And what I will say back is this.
I don't regret anything.
Also, this.
I was a waitress at Denny's.
Did you know that? And also?
Look out, medical medium's a cult.
And finally?
They're going to be dropping some really powerful, amazing, life-changing shiz.
That's what the Red Rum Twins and Mr. Joshua are about to do. Okay. Round 3. The Rapture Talk. Okay, here we go. Let's see what he has to say.
Because people think that I will change my stance.
Mm-hmm. People will think that.
The date that I have given people,
which was yesterday,
it is the final one. You might be confused for now.
Yeah.
I'll explain to you.
Okay. Yeah.
It is the final date. No one else in the whole world will be able or will come with another prophecy for the rapture date. Mine is the final one.
Mm.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He's the most special, and that does not make sense to me. He's like, the date is final. I was correct, even though it is now past the date. It didn't happen, but no one else will be able to do a better prediction than me. I'm confused. I'm like a little confused about that. I don't really get it, but I don't want to sound weird and ask questions, so I'll just hit play.
So, before, let me say, before talking about being the last arrow in his quiver, when I began to come out with the message about 3 months ago, I told God like this:
Go on.
I don't want to fast like crazy. Or let me say, I don't want to fast too much. I want the message to go out there, but I'm not going to burden my body with too much fast.
Okay.
And I'm not going to burden myself with long hours prayers. I'm going to rest. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to enjoy this time because at the end of this, I don't want to say my fastings and my prayers, have brought success. So when you see this quiver, this arrow going all over the world, shaking the entire world, my point here is that this is the doing, or this is the work of God. God is blowing his own trumpet to the world. And now,
so is a symbolic rapture, is what you're saying, that it's not real, that it's all just metaphor. Okay. But magic is real though too.
don't see is coming.
We're all going to absorb into the sky.
So there are testimonies all over the world.
So basically, I don't know. He's wrong, but not really. You're wrong, actually. And if you don't believe him, then you're the problem. So essentially, he's in line with many other spiritual leaders that I've heard from over the years. Shocker! Okay, this person says the rapture is still on, though. So that's where we've switched the messaging now. The rapture was 100%, put the Bibles out, put your notes in there, give them access to the food and whatever. Now the messaging is, well, there's other calendars. The regular traditional calendar is not to be trusted. It's brought upon by, the evil government or something. So, and pagan people from the years past. We got to look at the other calendar. That's what I've heard. Is a different numbers.
So I have to tell you, I'll be honest. After the 23rd and the 24th of September passed, I was confused.
Same.
I still believed that Jesus was coming and that he was on his way, but I felt like there was some type of delay. Something had happened, right? I could not believe that all these confirmations, tens of thousands of people could all be wrong, and that this wasn't going.
Happens every day, baby girl. Happens every day. Tens of thousands of people, millions of people are wrong all the time, constantly, actually.
To happen. And so a video popped up on my phone from another Christian who was seeking God and asking for answers just like I was. As he fasted, the Holy Spirit revealed the Julian calendar to him. In October of 1582, the calendar was changed from Julian to Gregorian. The Julian calendar is 13 days behind our calendar. So today is
the Gregorian Julian loophole. Why didn't we think of this? God, we're so simple-minded.
September 27th. On the Gregorian calendar, but it's only September 14th on the Julian calendar.
Okay.
So
what's the new date? What's the new date? Tell me, because I want to go through this again, where we have to go. In 1582, the Sunshine Over the Rock calendar got changed, and we need to go back to that one.
I started to think, okay, this would explain, right, why Jesus didn't come on September 23rd or 24th.
The thing is, if Jesus is speaking directly to Mr. Joshua, why wouldn't he just tell him the date correctly? Why would he go, you know what, this is going to be misinterpreted? God would know that it would be misinterpreted. Why would he do that to us? Why? None of this makes sense.
Fourth, it's because when he was on the earth, the Julian calendar was the calendar they followed. So he is going to come back on the Feast of Trumpets on the Julian calendar, which happens to be October 6th and 7th on our Gregorian calendar.
Ooh, next week, Rapture 2.0. Ooh, shit. Everyone, stock up on your waters. get your Twinkies.
These will be the Feast of Trumpet dates, and he will come to get his bride. So, just a quick...
I still think that's so odd. I know that it's like the bride is everyone who believes, but it's weird to say that still to me.
History lesson, right? All of the spring feasts were fulfilled on the Julian calendar. Okay. And we know that they were Passover, unleavened bread.
How come no one had this thought before? How come no one thought, but wait, are we sure about this? September 23rd? Because the calendars are different. No one thought of this it didn't happen? I find that unlikely as well.
First fruits and Pentecost. Those were our spring ones, and they were fulfilled on the Julian calendar.
Okay, we get the point. She's saying it was the wrong calendar. This looks good. Hold on, let's just see.
I don't even know what to do at this point. I gave my house away. I gave away.
This has got to be a joke, right? I see no tears.
My savings. I gave away everything because the rapture was supposed to happen. All I have is literally this trash bag. That is everything I own. Besides this car, I have nothing. I don't even have a job.
That's a terrifying seat cover. Oh my God. Ma'am, you have a demon behind you, actually. And unless no one else can see this, maybe I can see demons now. Because I see it. It's infiltrating your brain space.
Because I quit. What am I supposed to do now? Where am I going to sleep? I can't just sleep in my car forever. Help, I'm never going to be able to buy a house. They won't give me my house back. They told me I could park my car in the driveway and sleep in the driveway. They literally have everything of mine. Everything. And they don't even want me to be there. It's my house.
There's not a tear coming out. This is a joke, right? I can't tell. I literally cannot tell satire anymore.
No, it's theirs. I gave it to them. I get it, okay? But the rapture didn't happen, so doesn't that make it all null and void? I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Well, that's one person's reaction. At least she didn't overreact. Okay. Oh yeah, this guy. We looked at this guy last time. He seems like he does have some genuine sorrow.
So, the United States government shut down.
He's on to new topics now. He's on new
Oh my gosh,
topics.
Alright, even though we'd be disagreeing on this whole Rapture thing, I do have to admit some of the trolling in the comments has been hilarious, even to me. I've laughed at some of the stuff. This one, for example. My sister, devoted to God, made this comment, "I'm so proud of you." And someone posted this picture.
Okay. Maybe he deleted his his apology. Where is it? It says, "The rapture didn't happen. I am sorry to anyone I let down. I will never publicly talk about the rapture again."
Alrighty, folks. The rapture didn't happen like I said it would. And I promised that when it didn't happen, by the time that I said it would, that I would upload a video of me publicly apologizing and repenting of my failed prediction. And I want to acknowledge that it wasn't me saying it might happen. No, I was fully convinced and repeatedly said in all of my videos that a rapture would happen sometime on September 23rd or the 24th or across both dates because of time zones.
But we got the wrong calendar, so we gotta check in next week. Okay, we get it. He was wrong, but he could be right later on, so there you go. And a lot of people privated their accounts. I'm sure they'll be back. This lady was giving
When
tips.
you finally start moving...
I don't think we showed... She went private. She was one of the ones that went private that I couldn't show. But some people stitched her video. So let's see what... We'll just go down memory lane for one quick sec. She was giving tips about when you're, ascending, what to do and what not to do.
Up into the air. I recommend that you don't hold on to anything. I definitely don't recommend looking down. I think we learned that lesson from Lot's wife.
So that's real. And Rapture 2020.
Yeah. I love when people just sound so confident. So confident. Like, how would you know this? You just have inside info about what's going to happen? Anyways. Yeah, this was kind of crazy. It's happening. And then nothing happened, and they just all go home?
For the next thing that.
If I was staying there, I would think, well, damn, I guess it is really happening. I guess I was wrong. Like, all these people can't be wrong. And alas, they all just had to walk home afterwards like, all right, well, see you next week. See ya. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Heh, heh. So that's what's going on. So let's check in next week. We'll see if we're all still here. We'll see if we need to repent our sins. We'll see if we need to buy some cloves of garlic or whatever to protect our souls or something. Don't know. But we did it. Good job. We made it this far. Congratulations, everyone. Joshua, I'm on to you. Okay. What's next? What's next? Rachel, 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 Rachel. Boo! Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey. Nay. No, let's look at him. Let's look at this stud. He is making the rounds. Making the rounds downtown, walking fast through Austin, homebound. Okay, he was on Diary of a CEO. What a weird thumbnail that is. What could he possibly be talking about? Where the man in red is walking towards a crowd and he looks scared. The silent crisis no one's talking about. Okay. Matthew McConaughey also breaks down his career from Interstellar to True Detective. Okay, that's something I would watch. Because he's actually a talented, good-looking actor. Everything else he says, don't want to hear it. But that stuff, I'm into. He's also in The Art of Living a Courageous Life, Matthew McConaughey, 4K, out in the desert. Or actually, this is probably the set where he records his self-help-isms. Actually, it is the set where he records his self-help-isms. I'm pretty sure that's a set. Great. Wonderful. A good man is not a nice guy. Okay, here's a clip that he's picked out. Matthew McConaughey on a new film. He was in a film recently about the fires in California. He was on Megyn Kelly on Leaving Hollywood. When did he leave Hollywood? He's still in Hollywood. He is very much a Hollywood actor. He raised kids when? Advice to Overthinkers. Joe Rogan Experience. He was on Joe Rogan 2 weeks ago. Oh, boy. Let's see what he's... Matthew McConaughey reveals why millions are turning to Jesus. Okay. Wow, he's really... This is all in the last 4 days that he's done this. He's been on the Kelly Clarkson Show. He's been on Graham Norton. He's been on everything. My goodness gracious. Okay, let's see him on Joe Rogan. That's where I think... You want to come up? Okay, hold on. I gotta do cat duty. Come here. You're flying. All right. Let's just go to a random moment. We're just gonna check in. Let's go here. He's got his shirt wide open, baby. Here it is.
Early 80s. He said it was insane.
Yeah.
And that's Miami. Yeah. You know, and it was obviously not like that anymore. It's obviously calmed down on that regard, but
the chassis is still pretty loose.
Oh yeah, that's what built the place.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
it's like the most flossy city in the country, or the most Lamborghinis and Ferraris and whatever you.
I don't think most of them are owned.
No, it's a giant hustle. It's a big old cocaine hustle.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things I love about America.
Cocaine RVs, yeah. Looks like he's barely speaking. Matthew McConaughey barely speaks in this.
So we have all those different flavors. We got the
Me
Florida
too.
flavor, and then
Yeah,
we got
man.
the Montana flavor. There's a lot of different flavors in this country.
I was in Alabama doing research for
Go on.
Free State of Jones. And this is what I think probably 11 years ago. And we were staying in Mobile. And the next day, there was all these parades that night. And I was, what's going on? The next day, the percentage for the vote for gay marriage was coming out. And
Which I'm against. Go on, Joe.
I remember talking to a lot of my friends on the West Coast the next day, because what happened, it passed 53-47. And I was like, holy shit. I thought it was going to be 2080 no.
Oh, interesting.
And it was passed 53-47.
What year was that?
This is
2014, I believe.
12 years ago. Maybe you can pull it up. I think it was about 11 years ago. Anyway, I talked to a lot of my friends who are Democrats or liberals, and they were appalled at
the minor margin.
The minor margin. I was like, guys, no, I thought it was. You're appalled that it barely made it. I thought it was going to be 2080 the other way. It is amazing how quickly, though, we're very nimble.
Yeah.
Very nimble to swing and understand different ways. I was shocked that it even came close.
That's
that
crazy.
It did pass.
You thought it was going to be, really? You thought it was going to be 80-20 against?
I thought that my romantic idea, or shit, I'd traveled there, I've been around there and stayed there many times, got friends there. I thought that it was so entrenched in a born-again red Christianity that was blasphemy to the majority.
Right.
And it was not. It was not. And
He seems disappointed by this. Yeah. I guess it wasn't. I guess they weren't as pure as I. Okay, weird thing for him to talk about. And the one thing that I always think about Matthew McConaughey, because a lot of people think he's going to run for governor of Texas, and then he has presidential ambitions, which I believe he does, because he's everywhere trying to push himself onto people as a person, not just an actor. He's trying to be this humanitarian, and I'm on the field of the football game, and I'm very American, and I'm from Texas, and da 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 da. Like he's got it down. He's on the path to becoming a charismatic political figure. However, you never know what party he associates with. You never know what his beliefs are. He's kept it so vague that I feel like he's going to struggle in this modern society, because you have to have strong, it doesn't have to be beliefs that you even really believe in, but you have to have a strong sense of where you fall in the political spectrum and be open about it. I feel like that was the big downfall of other politicians recently that have sort of tried to, be on everyone's side and across the aisle. I don't know if I would love for that to work, but I don't know if it works anymore. And I never know, is he liberal? Is he conservative? Is he a moderate? Is he what is he? I don't know. And he's not, from this even miniature random piece of content, I have no clue where he lands on gay marriage. And he's talking about it. He's the one who brought it up. But what does he think about it? I don't know. The world may never know. Thank you to Hot Jelly in the Morning. Hot Jelly in the Morning. That sounds like a radio show. Welcome to QRTQ. Hot Jelly in the Morning. I'm here. It's a sunny, balmy 44 degrees in Alberta, Canada.
We have a lot of really great friends from Canada.
Sponsored by Canadian Tire. Do you know where your tires are from?
I'm sorry you're upset.
Also sponsored by Tim Hortons. Did you get your double-double today?
Show up at his house.
We're live all day. Traffic on the ones on Hot Jelly in the Morning.
One of the things that fascinates me about you is that you're from Canada.
Okay. Well, that's a little interesting ditty from Matthew McConaughey. Let's look at him in the fake outdoors. It's like the great outdoors, but it's actually the fake outdoors, just for a quick second too. And Terow is slapping my mouse so hard with her tail that it's clicking the buttons. Thank you. That's very sweet. You're participating in the show. I love it. Okay. Let's see. Let's pick one. What it means when life rhymes. How forgiving betrayal can free you. Hope, faith, and how to become your own hero. This approach to success is everything. This mindset will change, blah, blah, blah. How to find significance in the noise. The power of courage. How to find balance between life and work. Principles Matthew refuses to compromise on. Why we need to stop canceling men. Bingo! Found the right section that will interest me. Why
one of the things
we need to stop canceling men. Please enlighten me, Matthew McConaughey, in your fake set where you probably raked in $30 million by scamming people into buying your lifestyle course called Roadmap with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. Tell me how you believe that men are really just getting the short end of the stick here, please. Okay.
So I would hope we've learned from that situation is, the idea of Chesterton's fence?
No.
Okay, so G.K. Chesterton talks about a liberal and a conservative come across a fence post, two fence posts in a field. Here, right in front of us. Is there a fence here? No, I don't have a fence, but you can imagine. There's a fence here. Yep, two fence posts with a little bit of wire between them. And the liberal would say, I see no reason for this fence. We should break it down. The conservative would say, hey, hold on a second. Someone put that there. Maybe it is there for a reason. And the tension between innovation, novelty, adventurousness, openness, and respect for tradition, status quo. On the other side, this is the perennial push and pull. Yep. How much should we throw out these old traditions and how much should we? And I think...
Get to it. Come on.
We learned a lesson to maybe temper the throttle a little bit, to just sort of feather it as opposed to whitewashing. And you made a great point, which is women want eligible men. And this is why a zero-sum view of empathy, that if you give a degree of empathy toward the plights of men, despite the fact that for most of human history, they had some benefits that women didn't, apart from like the war and the death and the homelessness and the drug addiction and the, so on and so forth.
Huh? Some benefits? That's a little understated. In human history, I think men had all of the benefits. 99% of all the benefits that women did not have. But okay, go off, King.
If you say we can't give empathy to these people because it'll take away empathy, which is not how empathy works.
No, it's not exclusive of the other. That's
it's not zero sum. It's not a limited resource that we have. If you say, boo-hoo, poor patriarchy, sad, complaining in the same breath, men do not deserve sympathy. They've had it good for so long. We don't need to raise them up. And
who says this? What hypothetical person is saying men don't deserve empathy, they don't deserve to be raised up, or whatever he's saying? It's like that's not a real talking point that anyone has ever said, in my opinion, in my understanding. Do we think that we should maybe look at things? Yes. I think we should look at things and think, are men going to continue to get all of the benefits of this society, or maybe we should let other people in? I don't know. But then they freak out. It's like, there has been not an American woman president ever. Not one. Okay, obviously, we all know that. And we think we've swung too far the other direction already. There's more. I think there's some statistic. I don't even know what it is. There's something. It's like there's more CEOs in America named David than there are total women. Or John or something like that. It's some like statistic like that. And it's like, and you still think, oh, we've swung too far? It's just crazy. We haven't made enough progress, nearly enough at all, in my opinion. But go ahead.
The next sentence saying, where are all of the good men at? Is mating logic seppuku, right? And I just I get the sense if any group has an issue, almost any group in society, we spend billions of money in taxpayer-funded dollars to set up surveys and initiatives. We don't tell them to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. If men have a problem, it is treated in a very, very unique way. Anybody else on the planet has a problem, we say, what can we do to fix society? But if men have a problem, we say, what is it men are doing where they don't fix themselves?
I disagree 100%. I disagree. I just heard on the news the other day that women who are pregnant and have a fever should tough it out. So I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
And this is just a price that we need to pay. As guys, it's a price we need to pay. I've kind of given up on fighting against it. Right. But I certainly think after...
Yeah, can we let Matthew pipe up on this one? I'm curious to hear what his thoughts are on this.
the last few years, maybe we can...
Let's just settle here.
Okay, we've exorcised that demon. Let's fucking start anew.
Right. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
One of the things I was questioning a lot of my friends of mine, and many of them females that were around the leadership from the Me Too movement, was, when are you going to start inviting the good men you know to these gatherings? Well, come on, at the end, it's not a battle of the sexes. It's a behavior that you're getting, saying, hey, no more of that, that the male was doing. Great. Now that that's understood, there's a lot of men that agree. I remember, it's like.
What Me Too events are going on? Oh, yeah, the Me Too Gala, where we just invite women to bitch about men. That's such a good thing. And Matthew's like, where's my invite? I would like to do a 5-hour interview at that event. What are you talking about?
A lot of people in my industry, men that I knew, would tweet out when it first happened after the Weinstein stuff. Well, I just want to go on record and let you know I don't believe in rape either. And I was like, what are you doing, dude? You're kind of setting it up like, was that questionable before? And then it was, if you didn't write that or something like that, it was like,
it was the
what
black,
about you?
The black
like,
square of Me
man,
Too.
I was never.
The black square of Me Too. Yeah.
I wasn't on the fence about it before, and that, that was not, it was more than different than just funny, but I remember that being an odd reaction. Yeah. So I hope the dust settles, and I believe it is settling.
No. What are you even talking about? People assuming because I'm silent that I might have something to hide, or what happened to women. They're about the same, I guess, in, annoyance. I hope they make it through this for sure.
Now, because I know that a lot of people, women included, that are friends of mine that were...
He has no female friends. Female friends. Who are these women? Why don't you name them? all my Me Too friends. All my Me Too friends. That's hilarious.
A large part of the Me Too movement would, I think, in some part agree with what we're saying. Going, we're not talking about canceling men. You know what I mean? That was canceling masculinity, and that would be not a good thing to do for men or women.
Correct. It's creating...
Yeah, so why are we talking about it? Because that's not what's happening. So why are we discussing it as if this is a horrible, horrible tragedy that's occurring for our young men?
The exact dearth of eligible male partners that they say that they're looking for. Yeah. You've got this great line where you say, so many people are obsessed with how to live longer instead of how to live better.
Yeah.
How do you come to think about that?
Wow, he's a genius, guys. He really cracked the code on quotes there. All right, Matthew McConaughey may be a conservative, has lots of female friends who are Me Too survivors, but his takeaway, don't cancel men. Don't need to tweet about it. I don't know. It's just the bar is so low. The craziest part about this, though, and you can hear that they're nowhere in the wild at all, that this is a studio so large that they can mimic nature itself. Isn't that the irony? That these two men can make a podcast episode where they are in a studio so advanced that they can mimic nature. And yet, instead of just going out into nature, They will spend the money to set up a studio so that they can talk about masculinity inside in a safe, enclosed, air-conditioned space. How ironic. They're like on the set of Wizard of Oz. What is going on? Okay. Anyways. That's Matthew McConaughey, everybody. He's gonna sell you stuff. That's what his goals in life are. Sell you shit. Who's gonna be next? Who's gonna be next on the list? Is it gonna be Rachel Hollis? My girl, Rach.
But also,
Rachel.
Peed my pants.
Jack. What happened to dinosaurs?
Will we ever find out what happened to dinosaurs? Okay, so this one I have to pull up my special device because Rachel still is not giving us open comment. She's not giving us democracy on Instagram. You're not allowed to comment still on her Instagram. She doesn't want to hear from you, but you are able to get in her community if you go to her Rach Talk, which is a membership within her Instagram. It's free. It's a broadcast channel, and it's got 8,000 members, okay? And so here's her Instagram. So she's posting quite a lot lately. She's like a DIY girly. She's posing, again with her hand in her hair, and she's flipping. Oh, I'm not on this. You can't see me. That's a problem. If you can't see me, then how will you ever know I am there? Oh my gosh. How do I live without rage? I need to know. All my secrets are being revealed that I'm not actually in the Rach Talk studio. Oh my god, what are you guys gonna do? What are you gonna do? I need to know. There. Okay, I'm back, baby. All right, so this is where she's at. She's doing stuff like this. Eat real food. Move your body. Get enough sleep. It doesn't have to be fancy, just steady. That sounds like a threat to me. Make smart choices one at a time, not perfect ones, just the next right thing. That's how I imagine her saying this. She's probably in her mind is saying, like, make right choices, just do the next thing. But in my mind, she's still angry. What is it about me that makes you think I want to be relatable? That's how I'll always see her from now on. Okay, so she's trying to be HGTV, right? She's trying to be HGTV and also
gave
fashion.
herself this sentence when she saw another woman like parenting in a certain way or like having a business in a certain way or doing life in a certain way. And she would say, oh, well, great for her, but not for me. We need to adopt that when it comes to our goals.
Amazing. Okay, so she's got regular content. Let's see what her story is. Oh, it's the same thing I just showed you. Okay, but now let's go to this super secret, super exclusive. Every time that she posts in this, I get a message as if it's a DM from her. So when I look at my Instagram for the millionth time of the day, it'll show that I have a new message on Instagram. I'm like, oh, cool. A funny meme video. Someone's trying to talk to me in my real life. No, it's Rachel Hollis contacting me. And it's not just me specifically. It's anyone who's joined her broadcast. But it looks like a message. So I get multiple messages from her a day. So she launched this on June 18th and says, welcome to the new broadcast channel. So what's it all about? We're about to find out. It's super exclusive and it's very much parasocial hell. Okay? Get ready.
I got some shirts and I really want to do a try on for you guys. And the lighting this time of day, it's not the best. It's like green, it's grainy, the rosacea is popping. And then I remembered that I'm making this for the, what's it called? The special channel where I get to talk to you guys and it's not like the public stuff. It's just for like the nerds like me who want to, so I'm just going to go with it. And we're going to try on some shirts that I got.
Just for nerds like her. It's the thing that she's doing. She doesn't have a plan. She's just doing it for fun. Yeah, as if this is not a fully calculated trying to return a third, fifth, fourth, 15th time in a new way. She's doing the blog, and now she's doing this broadcast channel, trying to get back in the hearts of her fans. And these first ones have 130 likes, 11 hearts, and they don't go up from there, really. There's even 95 downs on some of them. So she's going to try and close for us. Here we go.
So it's just big and oversized. This is like, ignore that. It takes me a while to do my laundry. This is like my dream shirt. It actually is super soft. She's large. She's in charge. But, oh, this is my vibe. Okay. This is the same shirt, but in like a charcoal gray situation. And here's the thing that nobody talks about. I would love to exclusively wear like light, gauzy, white, see-through.
Yes.
But I have teenagers. And
no one talks about this. I always say that.
And, wow, that lighting's getting even worse. I feel like Pugsley Adams, and not in a good way. I thought this was going to be the best of the bunch. It's like, it honestly feels like a little bit like...
What is she doing this for? Who is she doing this for? What is she doing this for? She's never been a fashionista. This is like as if I was to start a fashion channel. Like, I just don't know anything. The only thing she's got going for her is money, but it looks like money is not being spent correctly. So what are we doing this for?
Nightgown status, and to be totally honest, those two are so soft, and this one is scratchy, which is a bummer because I love a stripe. But I think this one's a no, but those two are a yes.
Okay, riveting. Looking good, girl. Keep it up. You'll be back in the graces of everyone very soon. Okay, it says, hey y'all, happy Thursday. I'm from the South. No, it's just, hey y'all, happy Thursday. Last year, I took a deep dive workshop on intuition here for all the woo-woo. And this is my favorite thing I learned to quickly change my mood and mindset. Look around you right now and ask yourself, what's the most beautiful thing I can see? So she didn't even get this from her own mind. She got this from a woo-woo intuition workshop, allegedly. I do this a lot. I look around and focus on the beautiful things around me. I see artwork from my kids, my brother's guitar, a poem someone once wrote for me. Appreciating what is right in front of you will always change your mood in ways you can't even understand. This little shift will allow you to learn to appreciate these tiny things. Leave me a heart if you're gonna try it. Okay. Now we're back into bikini videos, hoping to maybe go internally viral on her own channel, because this is what really ramped up her social platform circa 2015 when she went to Cancun in her monogrammed bikini, and alas, she had a stretch mark, and she was brave enough to still be in public with such a scar, and she was on the news for it. She got like millions of views and started a whole career from it. So she's trying this again, but in a new, modern, updated way.
Okay, on Sunday in the newsletter, so every single week in my Sunday newsletter, I do four things: something you want, something you need, something to try, and something to read. And this week's something you want is my favorite, not my stomach, is my favorite bathing suit line. And I felt like if I was going to tell you guys that it was awesome, I needed to like show off the goods. So actually, this I've had forever. This is new, but I honestly got kind of too big of it's like a little too big. Thank you, nutrition and working out. But what I love about them, at least for me, is...
She's so relatable. Oh my God. Thank you, nutrition and working out. Ugh. I hate when that happens and I just lose too much weight from my underwear.
Like, I feel like it's covering me. Like, I'm still wearing a bikini, but I'm not freaked out to go to the beach with my teenagers and feel like...
Who is watching this? Okay, me, I guess.
Like, I'm like my butt's showing. So the laundry's still there, guys. Don't worry about it. So anyway, this week, Sunday newsletter, my favorite bathing suit brand. And I know the owner, it's female founded. It's so fantastic. And I got you guys a discount. It is not an ad. They are not paying me to say anything. It's just a female-owned brand that I love. They have a ton of different styles. They have one pieces if you want that. Coming out on Sunday.
It's not an ad, but she's hiring an ad salesperson for the company she's trying to start again. So it's not an ad yet.
Monday, 20% discount for my newsletter peeps. So I'm going to make sure, I'm going to link to it. So hopefully you sign up so you can see. And also,
It's boring. I'm sorry. This is a boring bathing suit.
so here I am in a bikini.
And I couldn't even see her butt.
Okay.
How does it look? That's the whole point of the bikini butt, but okay, whatever. Okay, and then subscribe here because she's back in her bikini.
Also, one thing I noticed when I just rewatched that video, let's all acknowledge this and this. What is that? That's the tan that happens when you're sitting in a chair watching your kid in the ocean like this. I don't care enough to like
She's
even
so
out
goofy.
this tan. So you know what, guys? Like, it is what it is. Also, one thing I noticed.
Okay, got it.
This is what we're working with. Found these in a drawer. I think they're my baseball playing teenage sons, but they're gonna work.
She's not changed at all. She is not changed. She is as millennial as ever. God love her. Okay, so it says, okay, one of my favorite hacks to motivate myself to run when I really, really don't want to, color. Seriously, I put on all the color and pretend I've got energy. Then I blast 90s hip-hop and or Disney music. Today I listened to Can I Get a Chichu? Like 8 times, and I go. The reality is, if I just get out there, I'll move more than if I stay home and debate. So go. Any run is better than no run at all. Oh, also, those shorts are from Pop Flex. Cassie sent me a pair after I had her on the pod, and I love them. Butt coverage, flattering, leggings-style shorts to prevent chafing all the pockets. And I love them so much I bought them in like 5 colors. Okay, she's really trying to shill these products to us. But it's not an ad, guys. It's not an ad at all. Don't worry about it. As always, not an ad. Ooh, I'll text her and see if I can get a discount for the email list. Again, why are you pretending to text me? This seems all too like personal. Like this is a friend I'm conversing with, but I'm not. I hate that she wants that relationship built. That's what she's banking on. Someone who's very lonely and wanting some interaction and thinks she's cool. But that to me is deeply manipulative. Anyway, so then it's like a podcast clip. It says another look at episode 851, blah, blah, blah. Listen to the whole episode because she puts her entire episode there. Sharing this post for anyone who might need it. Remember, there's only one response when someone tries to shame you by saying you've changed. Just smile and reply, thank you. That's the whole point. Okay. 6 signs you're outgrowing your old life. She's got a blog post. Okay, then she's got a song. And here's a voice note she's sending us now.
Hey guys, trying another one of these audio messages. I just finished my run here on Hawaii. It's windy. I hope you can hear this. I just realized I could share songs with you. And honestly, if I didn't do this job for a living, I wish I was a radio DJ because there's almost nothing I love more than music. And I am constantly looking for music to motivate me through getting work done, like finishing a run, finishing workout, just doing any hard thing. And if you're not familiar with this song, man, when you need it, this is going to get you through. I don't care who your mama is. I don't care what kind of relationship with her you have. Like, you are the savage daughter of somebody. There are some ancestors in your line that are rooting for you, that are clapping, that are cheering you on. You are standing on the shoulders of giants who have come before you. And every time I'm struggling and I put this song on, I just feel that, man. So for anyone who needs it today, let's channel some, I think this chick is Scottish. I don't know. It's like big Merida energy. You know, she's like in the archery battle for her own hand. If you know, you know. But yeah, I hope this pumps you up today. I love you. I'm rooting for you. Let's get this Friday, y'all.
Okay, so we're back to 2015, like I said. Okay. This says, all week long, we eat super clean. Boring. She's not changed at all. What goes around comes back around. Oh my God. All week long, we eat super clean. Boring. But on Saturdays, we feast. He's been working on his bagels for weeks, and look how good today's turned out.
Okay, let us know. Oh my God. That looks so good.
Oh, it turns me on. I'm turned on by bread.
Ew.
Okay, let us know.
I don't need to know what turns you on, dude. Okay.
Bust.
Okay, thank you for that. Y'all, what songs? Okay, she asked questions about what songs were y'all on. Oh, here's the Deadbeat Dad. My favorite. What's his name? Oh my God. David Dobrik. No. What's his name? Oh my God. Cam's gonna kill me. She loves this guy. Camellia loves this man, even though, what's his name? Navy SEAL Deadbeat Dad. It's definitely gonna come up. David Goggins. Sorry. David Goggins. So she sent a David Goggins clip. Yeah, Camellia loves David Goggins, in case you didn't know. She thinks it's blasphemy that I don't like him. But, you know, we can still be friends. We can have disagreements and still be friends. Good morning, guys. I was just posting my how to take yourself on a date video. Please go watch. That edit took me 1 million years. And I saw this and it laughed so hard in case anyone needs whatever this is. Huh?
Stop waiting for perfect! You're not stuck because you're weak. You're stuck because you keep waiting to feel ready, waiting for signs, waiting for permission. Enough! No one's coming.
Okay. Someone says Prodigy. She says, number 1, yes. Number 2, they just did Glastonbury and Kez literally ran to their set yesterday, so I have to send. Huh? Who are we talking to? I don't understand how broadcast channels work. They can't be lasting. You can't build a whole business on this. It's not going to work, I don't think. I wrote an entire scene in my screenplay to Thunderstruck. So good. Okay, these are people giving her their favorite songs, I guess. This is Papa Roach. OMG, Papa Roach. Feels like you and I would have been friends in high school. Okay. Quick check-in. When did you last drink water? Let's all take a sip together. Need help drinking more water? Check out these easy ways to stay hydrated without even thinking about it. Then you go to her blog, which says, drink the stupid water. Why do I need a lesson on how to drink water? Do people really need this still? Okay. We're planning out our menu for 4th of July tomorrow, and as always, we've got to bring out the classics from my childhood. The terror on my English husband's face. The one who eats organic everything and makes all our food from scratch. Oh my God, this guy's pretentious as hell. I mean, I would love all my food from scratch. I don't really care about organic, but sounds wonderful, just as annoying to me. That Noah and I will be making Jell-O pretzel salad tomorrow. Raise your hand if the potluck table had classics like this where you're from. Okay, you can make strawberry pretzel salad. Okay, that actually might be decently delicious. So many of you asked about meal prepping in my last Ask Me Anything. I'm definitely not perfect at it, but here are some of the things I do when I can. It's a blog post. Okay. Got her eggs and got her scallions and got her little salads. Amazing. Okay. What else you got to say, girl?
I'm attempting to make a video and just post it. Just do it in real time. Finish my workout and I'm waiting for Boo.
Not Boo
but
again.
We're back from Hawaii. We're in LA.
Oh my gosh.
Little kids leave for camp. We're taking Jackson to Iceland on Monday. House is fully under construction, can't live in it, living in an Airbnb. My point is, it feels very chaotic right now. Life.
Can you go somewhere where I can hear you? Step 1. Step 2, I thought she said she would refuse to live in an Airbnb because she has to take her kids to school in 3 weeks. So she can't be in an Airbnb. That's why she had to fire her contractor. Conflicting stories, guys.
It's very chaotic. And I am reminded that the habits and the rituals that we establish.
Girl, I cannot hear you. I'm sorry. You need to turn down the Billie Eilish in the background.
But the morning routine now is like this anchor, right? It's this anchor habit in my day. Like sometimes your morning routine is this thing that helps you to...
I can't hear. I gotta move on. I'm sorry.
You have to keep doing the thing that's helping. The thing that you figured out that's good for you, that's helping you get closer to your goals, you have to keep doing it. Not
That to me is live streaming about you, Rachel. Does it still apply to me?
every once in a while, but every single day. You have to keep doing the thing. I don't know about you, but there's so many times in my life where I will make great strides. I'll feel better, or I'm being healthier, or I'm making great moves in my business, making great traction on a book. I'm, doing something that I'm really proud of. I get into a rhythm and I get into a routine. And then life gets in the way and I'm not paying attention to it. And all of a sudden I've lost momentum, I've lost traction, or I'm way off course from where I want to be. And 100.
If you feel like this, I have the solution. Buy my book and get into my coaching one-on-one session. I will teach you all the tricks that I did to get out of this funk.
Percent of the time, it's because I stopped doing the thing that I had figured out would be most helpful to me. You stop doing these things that work. And now these are the results of you not taking that action. You have to keep doing the thing. If you found a supplement that makes you feel better, you got to keep taking that supplement. If you found a routine that helps you to be more calm and present as a parent, you got to keep doing that thing. You got to keep doing that thing. It's not about finding new things. It's not about the fad. It's not about the quick fix. It's about figuring out what works and then doing it every day forever.
Yeah, except when you want to change your entire life, then you should also do that too. Okay. Kezzy in the back. Shout out Kezzy in the back. Man bun alert. Man bun Chuck Taylor alert. Home gym alert. Wait, who's this? Who's this person? Okay. Voice note, everyone. Voice note. Here we go.
Good morning from Iceland. I promised I'm going to post really cool pictures of all the things we're seeing, but I wanted to post this one because we just finished a workout at the gym. And I'm always...
She's so dedicated to fitness and health. I love her for that.
So impressed by the community of people who is in the gym in the morning at a holiday location. Because it's so easy.
Holiday location is just another person's hometown. Quote me, baby. Put that on a fucking pillow. Cross stitch it, please. That's gold. I'm going to trademark.
To not keep your routine. It's so easy to not keep your schedule. And if you do, if you've never done this before, the next time you go on a trip, whether it's for work or for pleasure, stick to the routines that really hold you up. When I was younger, I used to think that going on vacation meant that you just sort of like puncture all four tires, you throw yourself completely off the track, you eat everything, you drink everything, you don't do any movement, you just like have a great time. And
for me personally, when I go on vacation, 9 times out of 10, I'm walking like 40 miles a day. So I feel like I don't need to work out because I'm active all day long. We're doing activities and stuff. So I feel like I'd rather do that personally and eat whatever I want because it is a little treat for myself to go out of town. But okay, whatever, to each its own.
all that did was make it so much harder for me to get back into the routine when I got back home. In fact, oftentimes it would take me weeks or maybe even months to get back to the place that I was schedule-wise before I left. So I just wanted to send this little note today as a reminder in case anyone needs a nudge. Keep doing the thing. Keep your movement in, keep drinking your water, keep taking time to breathe, to meditate, to pray. Keep coming back to your goals, keep coming back to your focus. No matter where you are in the world, if you can keep that routine going most of the time.
I have to write a gratitude journal entry about reading that blog post so I now know how to drink from a straw.
You don't have to do it every single day. I'm not a robot, neither are you. But if you can get it most of the time, I think you will be really surprised at the trajectory that everything in your life, like the trajectory that you get, the direction that you start to head.
Just listen to that statement for a second. If you go on vacation and go to the Holiday Inn gym, the trajectory of your life will ultimately be changed for the better. It's all riding on you stepping on the elliptical in your Toledo, Ohio work conference trip. This is going to change, game changer, guys, for real.
It's a really big deal. Also, if this didn't make any sense, girls, I am, super jet lagged. So I hope this was helpful. Oh, also, there's a really good Throwback Thursday playlist that I'm going to share with you because this is what I worked out to. So sending you guys love, sending you guys good vibes. I hope you have a great Thursday.
Thank you so much. Okay, first thing, Barbie girl. What is love? Rhythm is a dancer. Blue Dabba Dee. The classics. Okay. Also, we're going on a whale watching tour today, and I swear if I see an orca, my favorite, I will weep. I sent a little prayer out to them yesterday, like, hey girls, no pressure, but I'll be in your neighborhood tomorrow if you have time to connect. I'll keep you posted. She's really forgetting that she was immensely canceled. And that she just wanted to do cool shit with cool people. Now we're back to talking to whales in a private group chat where I'm supposed to pretend like you're my best friend. Daily practices to raise your vibration. That's another blog post. I can't read. At its most basic level, vibration is a fancy way of describing mood. Consider tapping into one of these the next time you need a boost. P.S. Drop a heart if you miss Rise as much as I do. No, Rise can be unrisen forever, in my opinion. I went to Rise virtually during the pandemic. It can stay in the past, I think. Whipped these up the other day, which is super food bites. That looks dry as hell. Whipped these up the other day and was reminded how simple and tasty they are. If you're looking for a great snack, this is it. Okay. Here's a poll. Have you moved your body today? Yes, girl. 862 people. Yes, girl. No. I need this reminder. 222. Not yet, but I'm about to. Okay. Another blog post. The ultimate Sunday reset. Just got back from vacation and honestly, I need a full reset to get it together again. I thought if you kept your routine, you didn't have to reset. I'm confused. I went back to my usual Sunday routine that helps me feel normal when everything feels a little messy. I figured I'd share in case you're in the same spot. Make a joy list. Oh, we're back to choosing joy. Whenever I'm feeling off or in a funk, I go back to this, a joy list. It's nothing fancy, just a list of little things that make me feel good. But having it written down helps me remember what to reach for when I need a reset. If you've never made one, I swear it's a game changer. Okay, back to the swallowing.
Hi guys. Greetings from my new office. It is the first time I have worked outside of the home in 5 years, which is awesome and exciting and necessary, because if you didn't hear, I am living in a house that is under construction, and all of the dust of that house is why I sound like this. My allergies are popping, but I wanted to tell you guys about the podcast. More specifically, starting on Monday, we have a brand new format for the show, just in time for back to school, which I don't know about you, but is always a time of year as a mom that I sort of feel like I need to have a kickstart and figure things out. Where am I going and what am I doing? Totally. So the intention of the show this season is to be the thing that kicks you off every single morning. So, hi guys.
Okay. Well, I was kicked off this message.
It's a conversation. It's a little Rach talk, if you guys remember that from back in the day. It's pep talks from Sunday that you love so much. It's kind of all of the things that we do on every single day of the week, but happening every single day of the week. So Monday through Friday, you should check.
She's posting 5 days a week now. Is that true? Let's check
it out every morning as you get ready for school or work, or you're commuting, or you're on your run, or whatever it is that you're up to. That starts on Monday, and I'm really hopeful that I sound better. But who knows? It's a season of chaos. We're making it work.
Nah, she stopped. Here, I'll show you. She's posting every 4 days, which is still a lot, but not every day. So she must have seen. That's what I told you. If you check in, this is in August, we waited too long. She's already changed her methods. And I'm the same way, to be quite frank. But I also think I'm not someone that would give life advice to people, so don't do what I do. Yeah, Monday, and then the 26th, 22nd, 19, 15, 12. Seems a little all over the place. 8, 5, 2, 29, 25. Yeah, it's about every 4 days, which is fine. But again, school just started, so how long could you have actually stuck to the schedule?
But yeah, that's what's coming on Monday, and I hope to check it out.
I guess the views weren't there. Watermelon bark. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's kind of like a watermelon bark. Okay. An oldie, but a very goodie. This is your reminder that watermelon bark exists. So it's everything. And it's everything on a hot day. It's everything. So simple, so good. Okay, this is Macklemore, Can't Hold Us. Here we go back. This is the moment. First day back at the gym, not counting moving 1,000 boxes around in a few weeks, and this came on. If you know, you know. Have a great day, y'all. She's from the South.
Hey, guys. I'm
Hey, guys. Okay.
Posted much this week. Have I posted this week? I think I posted once. Doesn't matter. It's been a hard week. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a hard week. And this morning I went to get a cup of coffee and there was mouse poop. There was mouse poop on my coffee cup, my favorite coffee cup.
Ew.
And it almost broke me. The devil almost broke me in the form of a mouse poop. But I'm still here. And you're still here. And we're gonna end this week strong.
Okay. Riveting again. The remodel saga continues. Not today, Satan.
Okay, I have a question. And
Hit me.
I'm sitting here debating it with myself, and I thought you would be the perfect people to ask.
Yes, we would. Let it rip.
So I am writing my next book. And
let me guess what it's about. Advice for women who are losers that need your 2 cents on what we should do in our lives that will change by the next book. Is that what it's about, maybe? I don't know.
I really want to talk about all of the things that happens to us in midlife. Like, I want to talk about how much is changing, not just in our bodies, but like family relationships. So many women I know are like, they just go through these massive life changes after 40.
I have to write this book. I don't want to. I hate writing books, but I have to because people need me. People need me. I don't know. People just need me and to give them advice. I don't know. So hard. So hard. I hate it.
And I want to talk about those things, but I'm having a hard time narrowing them down. My list is like 50 things long. So I just am curious, what do you feel like, if you are over 40, what do you feel like is the stuff you struggle with most? Like, what do you find frustration with? What do you feel like you need, like, a hype?
If you don't even have the problems, how are you going to provide the solutions? You can't. But okay. Okay, we watched this YouTube video a couple weeks ago. Okay.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
First of all, this is where we are with the closet. Okay. Did I measure wrong? Did I get the wrong? Yeah. We are. When I say we, I mean me and Jack are committed.
Poor Jack.
You can hold us accountable. You can be like, you go ahead and shame us if we do not do this. But we are committed to posting twice a week on YouTube. You cannot have a podcast in 2025 if you're not also doing video podcasts. It's a thing. It's way more work. It's way more bandwidth. We got to like call the editors. We got to do the stuff, but we're doing it. And our very first.
I know they got to call the editors. You poor women. You poor souls. How are you going to do it? How are you going to possibly pull that off with your millions of dollars and having to call people to do the work for you? Oh my God. I'm shocked and awed by you. I'm sorry. I'm such a hater. I'm sorry. I'm not even covering anything important. I'm just like hating. Twice a week. No. Once a week, which is fine. but not twice a week. Sorry, baby girl. Baby girl. 2 things. Didn't stick to your goals, so why am I listening to you for sticking to goals? But okay.
One went up today. So this is last week's episode, but in video with B-roll and jokes from Jack and the whole deal. Essentially, it will come out in audio, and then a week later it will come out on YouTube, and we'll have a fancy edit and B-roll and cutaways.
That's what everyone wants. Fancy B-roll and editing. The views are low for these, by the way, because she was just doing audio for quite a while, and they were really bad, the views. And then she started doing, regular videos again, edited videos. The highest one is 9,000. But it's really 2.8, 3.1, that stuff. Just so you know, in case you're wondering.
I promise they're going to get better. Our first one went up today. We don't totally know what we're doing, but we're going to figure it out. And I really believe that when you're creating anything, you got to just put it out and sort of see how it works and learn as you go. So the first one went up today.
That is my mentality as well. I do think that is the best piece of advice, is like, if you're wanting to do content, just put content out. If you hold it and like think about it and plan it for 7 years, you'll never do it. Just put it out there. Who cares? That is a good piece of advice. I agree with, in my opinion.
And if you like videos, if you like watching your podcast, I'm going to link to it. And maybe you check it out, and maybe you subscribe. Maybe you do that. But either way, you hold us accountable twice a week. It's going to come out on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
We need to hold her accountable because she has not lived up to this promise. Everyone get on it.
And
keep her accountable. She wants
we're going to do it.
She, in fact, did not do it. Okay. I promise Thursday's video is not in my car, she says. Okay.
Okay, guys, hold on. I need my coffee. Number one, as I was walking to get that coffee, I just saw that Florence and the Machine has a new single out. If you love Florence, you will not be disappointed. Number two, on Friday, this Friday at noon Pacific, for the first time in 5 years, I'm doing a live stream. I was so grateful for y'all's feedback when I asked about.
I missed that. Did anyone watch it?
The new book the other day, and you gave me such good insight into the things you're struggling with, which, by the way, are also the things I am struggling with. And I was like, man, I really miss talking to the guys. Like, I miss talking to you guys. So I was like, hey, why don't we try a live stream? So right here in...
The last time she did a live stream was when people were like, we feel duped by you. And she's like, I don't owe you shit, you dumb bitches. She didn't say that, but she said that with her eyes. She says, I'm sending you love and light because you don't get to know anything. Eee. Frosty. Illuminax. Thank you so much, Illuminax. Illuminax says, glad to be catching alive. Your old streams have been my comfort watch recently. Lots of parasocial love to you and Terow. Thanks so much, Kia. Aw. Well, I am glad that they have been parasocially comforting to you. And for that, I will say this. It's all the emotions I feel. And I also just want to say it's been an honor being your host tonight and taking you on this journey through many stories of the past. And I hope that you continue to watch as I continue to dissect this industry and just people that I find annoying as well. Get your backs up off the wall. Yeah. That one's for you, Illuminax. Shout out. All right, back to it. Hawk to it.
Side of the channel, broadcast channel.
Oh, didn't work?
Noon, Friday. We're going to chat. We're going to chat about all the things and do.
Oh, damn it. I was... Excuse me. I guess I was singing my own songs. My bad. This is what I clicked.
Time for me, you.
No, I didn't. I clicked this one.
How we gonna do it if you really don't want to dance? By standing on the wall. Get your backs up off the wall. Yeah.
Okay, now you heard it, right? And then I also said I did a meditation, but no one heard it, so I guess I was just being weird. And then this is the other one I said.
time for me, you, and all the nations to get us some elevation. Whew.
I took a pill in Ibiza. No, I didn't take any pills.
Now it's been settled. Okay, back to it.
Q&A and have some fun and see if there's any there. Like maybe 3 people come and live streams aren't a thing anymore, but maybe it's awesome and then we do it regularly. But if you want to join in, grab your lunch maybe, or your coffee, or your good vibes, bring them this way. Okay.
So where did this live stream happen? I don't know. Oh, wait. Okay. Let's see. I'm going live inside this channel. I'm surprised that there isn't an of in there. I'm going live inside this channel for the first time on Friday, the 22nd at 12 PST. Get your questions ready. Okay. Oh, the live video was deleted by the host. So I guess we can't watch it. Dang it. What did she say in there? Did anyone see? It says, remember when we used to meet for live streams almost every day? Well, tomorrow we're starting again. The first one in 5 years. Hope you can make it. And then it was posted at 3 p.m. Eastern. Live video unavailable. This video may have been deleted by its host, hidden by their privacy settings, or something else. Okay, so I guess that's a mystery forever. Let me know if you have it, though. If someone recorded it, I would love to watch. It says, we're hiring. Remember on the live yesterday when I told y'all? No, because I can't watch it. Told you all about the cool stuff we have coming up? I missed it. Well, cool stuff requires great people. We just posted our 2 latest open jobs on LinkedIn, and I thought I'd add it in here if any of y'all are looking and match with the roles. If these aren't a fit, but you're interested in what we're building, make sure you follow the company page so you get updates when we post the next jobs. And this is Attree, Acre, whatever. And I recently saw, I was just checking today on the trademarks, she let this one go, Atrer, so it's no longer trademarked. She tried to get it in 2021, I think, and then she let it lapse in 2022, in case you were wondering. Also, in case you were wondering how it's going over here. I hate when there's music because it's going to get demonetized. Frigid. Wow, crazy stuff. In their multi-million-dollar house. Oh, so crazy. Have a grape day, Noah. Mommy. Okay. We did it, guys. Summer was 6 years long, but we made it. First day of school. Praise the risen Lord. She loves having children. Okay.
All right, this is what we're wearing today. This is Stout. This is a million years old from Abel. These, which are so good, these are Veronica Beard, and these are Anthropology, and these were on Amazon for like 99 cents.
Like to know it. Totally forgot to post this. Do you guys like it when I tell you where I got things? It's not my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. I much prefer you telling me about how fat and stupid I am. I prefer that. If you know, you know. This recipe has been on the blog forever, and it's still my go-to for Labor Day. Overnight sweet pickles. There's a dog. Cute. Oh, this is sad. Okay, let's see. I'm feeling a little sad today because we're receiving Jeffrey's ashes. We got the kind that can be buried, so we're going to plant a Jeffrey tree. But then on my walk, this little boy came by. In 9 years of owning a mini schnauzer, I never once saw a mini schnauzer puppy. And then today. Maybe it's silly to think that our dogs become our angels, but I really do believe that mine sent me a sign that life is a circle. Even though there's loss, there's also new and beautiful things being born all the time. When it wasn't fully my dog, it was my ex-boyfriend's dog, ex-fiance, whatever. It's dog technically, but she lived with us for a year and she passed in 2021. Man, that was very difficult. And she was like a fully black dog and just like a lab mix. And every time I would see a crow after that, because I thought, oh, if she comes back, and I don't really believe in this stuff, but I just was helping me kind of cope with it. I was like, every time I see a black crow, I'll know that that's her. So that kind of was like a nice thing, like to look for crows. So I can't lie. I partake in that type of thinking to help me. Okay, they're moving furniture. Hope your Labor Day weekend is as peaceful as ours. Okay, here's a horizontal video.
You're pretty today.
Oh my gosh, thank you. You're pretty every day.
Oh, you're pretty here.
What is it that you like about my outfit?
It's because you're...
She didn't say anything about an outfit. Okay.
It's because you're wearing makeup.
You like when I wear makeup. All right, I see you.
You're pretty today.
Or she's like pissed.
Gosh, thank you. You're pretty.
There's a party going out outside of my house in case you can hear it. That didn't seem like a mean comment to me from her kid. She's like looking at the camera like, can you believe this? Kids say the craziest shit. It's like, seems pretty normal. Oh, maybe that's a car outside. Okay, anyways, we're almost to the end. Oh, she's showing us that she has feelings and emotions. Okay. Guys, I left Jackson at college today. This is so brutal. I had no idea. Every one of you who has done this multiple times is my hero. I mean, you just leave them somewhere and they live there now. It's totally surreal. Got it. Very important PSA, guys. Wait, what can I hear? Why can't I hear?
Will not give anything away. Hold on, I feel like I want to make a PSA. I want to make a PSA.
No, don't give anything away.
I will not give anything away. But if you are a fan of Downton Abbey, if you're not a fan of Downton Abbey, it's not going to be good. If you are a fan of Downton Abbey, I mean, I just had my lashes done. I cried them all. The new movie is so fantastic. I made Kez go see it with me on opening weekend.
And I loved it.
You were a good friend. It's so good. I can't tell you anything because I don't want to give it away. But if you have a friend who doesn't know Downton Abbey, don't bring them. It doesn't follow any of the rules of movie making, or it's just for fans. It's like 2 hours just for fans, and it's going to heal a part of you that you didn't know. Like if your son just went to college and you need to cry, you need to go see it. Hold on, I feel like
I did watch Downton Abbey, but I'm not a super fan, so can't relate. Sorry.
Okay, Alexa, I want to show you guys this trick, and I just spent like way too long trying to make the lighting look cute, so I would look cute, and I don't look cute, but the trick is still really good. So, okay, if you ever like ponytails, oh my God, Rachel, if you like ponytails,
Rachel,
I love
so
a ponytail,
funny.
but ponytails always look ridiculous on me because my hair is very fine. And then I saw this like 20-year-old girl do this on YouTube, and I tried it and it totally works. So I'm going to show you guys in case you also like a ponytail, but your ponytail looks too thin. Pretend I shaved. This is a pony. That's my pony. All right. This is how thick my pony is, and I have extensions. So that's as thick as we can get with extensions. Like, okay, we're not going to have the thing. So you're going to get your pony.
Okay.
You're going to go around like you normally would with your band, okay?
Yep.
But then after you do it one time, you're going to split this hair in half. Okay, see how I'm splitting it in half?
Yep,
and then you
kind
put
of.
this part just under that little guy, okay? And then you twist again as if you did it normally.
I wish
right?
you were turned
and
around.
And then you go over
towards the
all
camera.
of your hair. And then you pull it. Can you see the difference?
No.
Can you see how
Can't
much
see anything.
thicker?
Turn around.
This is a terrible video, but I swear try this on your hair. It makes your ponytail
Try
way
what? I couldn't see shit. You're right. That was a terrible video. Been wanting to show you guys this one. This person thinks that we're all idiots and everyone on this channel like has never put a ponytail in their hair before because and if we actually did want that information, we would have to figure it out by searching someone else's video because that was not helpful. Okay. Fall equals slow cooker season. Here's one of my favorites, slow cooker taco chili. Got a new giant mirror, which is really just an excuse to show you today's fit.
This part of my bedroom is still very empty, but I got a mirror. This is a mirror. It's a very big mirror. Here's what I'm wearing today. I have,
I'm not gonna lie, this is an outfit I would wear. This is what I look like if I'm trying.
This is Zara that I had actually cropped because I'm so short. And then these are Free People from forever ago, but they still definitely sell them. And then these are Anthropologie, as always. And this is a Boy Scout shirt, vintage, that I found at like a Goodwill or something. That's the fit.
Or something. Whatever. Not important. Okay.
I'm going to the gym. This is the fit. This is what we're doing. And I have a thought.
She loves the fit. She really wants you to see her fits now.
If you are going to work out in a place that has mirrors, take 5 extra minutes, put on a top that makes you feel good, add a little eyebrow, right?
It takes 5 minutes to put on a different top and an eyebrow? What are you doing to your eyebrows? And why do I have to do it at the gym?
You know, do I take my favorite everyday oil and put it on my arms so that when I'm doing those bicep curls, she's popping? Do I do that? I do that. I swear it makes a difference. Like, I think when we go get back
I think she's trying to sell us oil. Is what's going on here.
Into working out, if we don't feel good in our bodies, we tend to wear like really baggy clothes. We put on like the big stuff because we're kind of hiding underneath it. But when you are actually seeing your body, first of all, your form's going to be better. But my gosh, I just turned into my grandma. Wow. But also, I feel like you work out better, you work out longer, and you feel good about yourself while you're doing it. So whatever your version of the eyebrow is, whatever your version of the oil, I'm going to the gym.
Okay, well, that got cut off. Guys, our new YouTube video on confidence is up, and I hope you'll check it out. Also, what's one small thing you could challenge yourself to do with confidence this week? Oh no, another voice message. Let's see.
Hey guys, I went to the dentist today. Yeah, I know this is a real exciting update for you, but I have a point. I went to the dentist today, and going to the dentist has got to be one of the most anxiety-filled things that I do in my life. And maybe you will find this disgusting if you're a dental hygienist, but the last time I went to the dentist was in 2023. I have a really hard time motivating myself or finding the courage to go because, honestly...
The irony. Aren't you a motivational speaker, motivational coach, motivational expert, and yet you can't get yourself to the dentist, even though you know you should? Use your techniques and tricks, girl. I don't know.
When I was little, if any of you grew up in circumstances where you went to the dentist, but you didn't have a family that could afford, I don't know, any kind of good dental work, the process was really painful, and I have a lot of just so much fear around it. It's crazy. Anyway, my point is, I put it off forever. And then I go, and the whole time I'm really anxious, and everybody can tell, and they're trying to talk me through it like I'm in labor. It's a whole thing. And then I get to the other side of it, and I feel like such a big girl. I feel so proud of myself that I went to the dentist. And this is not the thing where I tell you, oh, go do the thing that scares you. And it's not that scary, because the whole time I was there, I was so stressed out and I was shaking. As a side note, you guys are going to love this. I went to a dentist in Beverly Hills, and I kid you not, while you get your teeth clean, they do a paraffin hand wax.
So the lesson here, guys, is if you don't want trauma from the dentist, just go to Beverly Hills. Duh. That's the solution we can all relate to.
So, yeah. But even with that, freaking terrifying. I'm making this voice memo, this little tiny baby podcast episode, not because if you face your fear, it's not as scary.
This is what we're calling a podcast episode. Voice memos on a private broadcast channel. We've lost the plot. We've lost the meaning of words. Podcast episode? Oh my God.
Sometimes that's true, but sometimes it's just as bad. But when it comes to our health, we got to face those fears. And I say this for anyone who needs a reminder today to make the dentist appointment, or get your annual with the gyno, or go have that breast exam, or go have your moles checked. Any of that stuff that you're putting off because it scares you,
you have lived through way worse than the dental hygienist, right? Like, you've already faced such bigger things. Don't neglect your health because you're afraid. So.
Okay, thank you. Cribs, the remodel edition.
Hi guys, welcome to my crib. Don't be jealous, I'm wearing Kez's Crocs. We started demo in the kitchen, which is amazing because that means eventually we will have a kitchen. Sadly, we did have to take out the tile. We tried every which way we could think of to save it, but
she promised the people she bought the house from she was going to save everything and not renovate, and I feel like they've updated everything so far.
It was like 100 years old, and it was so cracked, and like we had experts come in, like it wasn't a thing. This was a closet that I want to seal up this wall so this can be more like an entrance moment, like cute table, flowers, whatever. And then that would be the spice cabinet. But honestly, this morning we were like,
I'm envious. She's living in my dream home, in my dream city. Because she told people that they're stupid and fat and dumb and that they should be more like her. And now she gets to do whatever she wants, and it bothers me.
Cool.
Oh, hold on. Before we finish this, I need to say thank you and welcome to Maya Sloan. Maya Sloan, welcome to the membership. Welcome. Oh, wait. Hold on. You didn't hear that.
Uh-oh. Amen. Yippee. Oh, my.
And also?
Humans.
And also?
Why am I so emotional?
Thank you. Welcome. Okay, back to
having like the two, like if we made that an arch and then this is an arch and then there's two ways to get into the kitchen, we kind of like that. This is the kitchen now with new demo. Don't worry, we still got that sink, praise the Lord. And this is gonna be breakfast nook over here. Like the sink will be where you see it there. Stove go in here. This is gonna be a butler's pantry. Originally we were gonna open this up, but then all of these very old pipes said, no, you're not, girl. We're like, well, how does that dust not get in? We got these cute things, zippers, portals to the beyond. But in here, this is what it looks like.
I'm jealous. It's working. If that's what your intention was, it worked. Guys, this is from Thursday, so we're almost wrapped up on this. Guys, I need your perspective again. I'm going to try and create a poll. I'm going to try. I don't know. It's a 50% chance it will happen or not. Essentially, we've been working for months on the new website design and content. It's looking so pretty. But for the first time today, I was like, are my categories right? So what I need from you is actual behavior, not who you wish you were, 'cause same, but what you actually do. Okay? Answer the poll. In the last 6 months, which kind of content do you engage with most? Please only pick one. Career, entrepreneur, prod, ... productivity, or style, fashion, beauty. 1.4 thousand said career, entrepreneur, productivity. 615 said style, fashion, beauty, which I think makes a lot of sense. Okay, I'm going to say career, because I think that's what she could be better at, possibly. I know you consume all sorts of stuff, but basically, of these two, which are you more likely to engage with? Thank you in advance.
Guys, I just wanted to thank you for doing the poll, because this is like the working.
Oh God! So it's exactly the same. She's just in a different outfit, smiling off camera with her laptop. Okay, shout out. New website redesign.
Prototype, right, of the new website. And the current categories are home, kitchen, travel, wellness, and career. And the reason I asked you to do the poll is because
Again, how is this any different than what it was previously? Why are you even doing a redo?
Yesterday I started to worry that I put career on there and maybe I'm projecting, like I like to talk about career and business and goals. And I was like, maybe they don't like to talk about that. And overwhelmingly, we're all shocked at how many people voted for that one. So thank you. Seriously, because I feel like we're moving in the right direction, but also because I don't want to make the wrong choice. So thank you for your help in building this and making it great. Have a great.
They're like, enough of the outfits. No more outfits. It says, been waiting forever to find something to do with this audio. Also, any other type B moms here?
If you're Southern and you were raised on this phrase, girl, you're a hoot and a half, I got news for you. The aforementioned half is usually just mental illness. Because I don't know about y'all, but I didn't need that extra half hoot. Like if I was there when God was putting the hoots in, I'd be like, son, we're going to cap it off at one hoot. I don't need that extra half. It's going to be a mess. It's going to cost me thousands of dollars in therapy. And it's going to be the reason why I'm banned from all the Arby's. If you're Southern.
She is so Southern. Okay, last thing. This is from Saturday. Nothing says weekend like a good pair of jeans and a comfy tank. Who's with me?
I just realized I would show you guys like really stylish, well, I think they're stylish outfits to go to work, that it was worth showing you weekend vibes. Here you go.
So worth it.
What we're doing.
Thank God. I can now continue on with my week that I saw this.
This is a Hanes tank top that I buy in the little boys section, and I have worn these forever. So that's what that is. These are all year round. AYR is the brand. I love them. Actually, I think these are called Special Sauce because they've got a stretch, so they're good for a weekend, but they just work. And then, you know, the Birks.
Wow. I thought we were done with fashion. Wow, good job. Live stream deleted. New website coming soon. That's all. And it's all recycled information that we've heard before. Everybody. We've heard this before. We've heard it all. Oops. Jeez. Sorry. We've heard it all before. Oops. Can you still hear this?
Doesn't matter.
Oh my God, I want to tell you something really important. Just kidding. Here's my fit. Shirt, American Eagle. Sweatpants, Adidas. Socks, TJ Maxx. Butt ring, Claire's. Can you imagine if there's butt rings? Gross. Okay, next one. Two of these are short. Two of these are short. One of them is long. Selena Gomez. This one's a short one. Selena Gomez got married, you guys. She's famously a guest on the Jay Shitty podcast. And so I figured, let's see. She got married, y'all, to Benny Blanco. And she posted photos. She's so demure. I don't like her personally. I don't like any celebrities, really, for the most part. She's fine, whatever. I think she talks weird. I don't like that she doesn't give her friend that gave her a kidney some more grace. I think that's kind of crazy that she took someone's kidney and like doesn't speak to her anymore. And people are like, well, you think she owes her that? Yeah, I kind of do. I do think she owes her a lot, personally. There's Benny. She's pretty tall, or he's pretty short. Something's going on. But looks very classy. Looks very vintage. Love it. I'm sure they will be making it at least for 24 months. At least. That's a Hollywood 10 years. Oh my God. They got a camcorder and a smoke machine. And they went for it. And that's it. So they made it. They went from Jay Shay's podcast and they stuck together the next couple months, and now we'll just wish them well, as Tim Dillon would say. We wish them well. That's it. That's the update. Okay. Next. Oh, I didn't put Meghan Markle on here. Uh-oh. I was wondering why that wasn't coming up. Okay, we'll just do that one. Aubrey Marcus. Aubrey Marcus is... Let's see. He did one video about... he did a podcast recently about Jake Paul. So let's just check in with him real quick. Marcus. Oops. What am I doing? What am I doing? This one.
Who's like...
Okay. Brian sings.
Transcending only.
Okay, so this was from 6 days ago. Okay. Aubrey and his mom's athletic background. No thanks. New supplement company. No thanks. The power of truth. No thanks. Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. No thanks. Aubrey's friendship with Jake. Dealing with hate. That sounds good. Okay, let's hear. Dealing with hate. Aubrey Marcus on the Fighter and the Kid podcast.
But we don't get Jake Paul hate.
Oh, man.
That's a different
I was talking to Gordon Ryan about it. Gordon Ryan said, well, I was like, it's so weird that you're so good and you get this kind of hate. And he said, I looked at GSP's comments. The great GSP. Like, there's nothing to hate about that guy at all.
He's actually objectively unhateable.
He's so unbelievable.
Objectively.
Yeah, he's so...
Who is this? Who are you talking about? GSP? Like GPS, but dyslexic? What's going on?
It's like Kim, Volkanovski, Max Holloway. Yeah. It's tough to hate on
They're
that.
such good...
But they
also,
still get it.
Yeah,
of course.
But he's such a good
I've never heard of one person they've mentioned.
person. Like, if you meet him, he's so gracious and nice. If he gets hate, then none of this shit is real. Get the fuck out of here.
Neil Brennan said it best. In one of his specials, he was talking about hate and stuff like that. He goes, if you go to Mozart on YouTube, where it's like, his most famous song, there's some guy like, this sucks, and thumbs down. And he was like, okay, well, fuck, dude.
Yeah, and don't.
Yeah, that's comparable for sure. It's all the same. If someone doesn't like Mozart, then basically you can just run free and do whatever you want. If people disagree with it, then they hate Mozart. That's what I always say. Like, criticism is invalid if people, have a criticism and you don't like it, then it's invalid.
I'm curious how, because we can talk about, like everyone gets hate. I get all that. But for Jake and Logan, they still have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it's not.
They have to deal with it. Oh, yeah, they have to deal with it. No, they don't. And they're making quadruple millions of dollars a year dealing with it. They're fine.
It's not that if it's still navigating that darkness. Like it's still, you can say, oh, I don't read comments, right? Or, I don't see it. They know it's out there,
I get to work with Jake like really
That's why I'm
closely
asking
and
because
intimately.
he's going to reveal that.
What happens is he's got his mind in a position where actually he's like, yeah, please bring it, because all of those comments drive my engagement.
Yeah.
All of those drive the algorithm. The more you hate me, the more likely you are to buy my next, pay-per-view.
It's the Floyd Mayweather
because you
effect.
fucking care.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you care. So his mind's in the right place with it. But actually, like, I can feel his body hold that negativity and that amount of energy. Yeah. And it's like, it's in him. And so we have to do things to help him, like, release that and navigate it and keep his mind clear for his why, which is like, I'm here to do great things for the world, not just for Jake. For right now, it's about Jake.
Didn't he help? Wasn't he instrumental in helping Ben Askren?
Oh yeah, he's so generous.
See, I love that guy.
He really takes care of like everybody around him in such a great way. Yeah, but his thing is like, when I look and I feel the presence of God, and again, this is spiritual, like, will God be like, Jake, I'm proud of you. Am I doing enough? So that's Jake's.
For what, boxing for money? God's going to be like, wow, you really beat that guy's face in for cash. Oh, what an honorable thing to do.
Jake's, thing that he's kind of...
People are insane. Like, what are you even saying at this point? Just take the money and enjoy your life. Why do you have to be like, oh, am I serving God enough with this capitalistic behavior? This greedy ass behavior? Yeah, you are.
Kind of caring about and thinking about, and he knows that, all right now I'm going to build as much resources as I can. I'm going to get as much fame/notoriety as I can. And then at a certain point, and along the way, I'll be generous. I'll help where I can. I'll figure it out. But I'm focused on Jake. And then he sees a transition point where he's like, all right, now I turn this towards the good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's how it happens. He just has to be greedy right now, but later he's going to turn it for the good. I'm sure that's how it really works. Okay. That's Aubrey Marcus dealing with the hate. You deal with the hate by hoarding as many resources as possible until you flip the switch, and then you give into love. All right, and the Ace family update before we go into Meghan Markle is that the woman, I forget her name. God, what's her name? Ashley? No, Ace family. The woman that we watched, who's very into ayahuasca. Catherine, that's her name. Catherine has an update. She is married again. She married a tattoo artist. Yay! Amazing. I think this is the same guy she met at the ayahuasca retreat in Brazil or something. Content creator Catherine Paez marries tattoo artist Igor 10. The big moment, yes. She was previously married to Austin McBroom. They have 3 kids. They were formerly known as the Ace family. Less than 2 years after she broke up with Austin McBroom, she has married again. She married 35-year-old tattoo artist Igor over the weekend. Just weeks after announcing their engagement, the bride and groom both shared highlights from their wedding on Instagram. Of course they did. How could they not? Also on Snapchat. Okay, there you go. Beautiful. Took place less than 4 weeks after they got engaged, or they announced their engagement. So glad I turned the page. September is the month I walk down the aisle to spend forever with you, the former Ace family YouTube vlogger said. Here they are hugging in the pool. Amazing. Okay, that's their kids. Wonderful. Can't wait till their vlogs start again. I'm sure that will happen. Before the trip, Paez thought she'd be alone forever and told herself she didn't need anyone. But after she met 10, their friendship unexpectedly blossomed into a romantic relationship. It was a friendship, she said in the podcast, adding that she never imagined things would go further in a million years. Okay. 10 months after she announced her divorce, blah, blah, blah. And there you go. Married. Married to a man named Igor. Named Igor. Igor is my man. All right. We got through all of them except the big whopper. Get it? The big whopper because she's eating a hamburger. Okay, this is just going to be a literal shit talk session about Meghan Markle. If you love her, great. Wonderful for you. I'm so sorry that I have differing opinions. There is no real reason why I don't like her other than I think she's just fake AF. So this was a request from a couple people, this Bloomberg interview. And I'm just going to trash on it, basically. Haven't watched it, so maybe I'll change my mind completely. But based on this beer and hamburger relatability moment at the top, I'm assuming I'm not going to. So let's do it. Shall we? That's me, so excited. Okay. Here we go. I actually have to skip the intro because there's too much music. Okay. Santa Barbara. Look how beautiful it is. She's also living my dream. I want to be a Santa Barbara beach. Santa Barbara beach. What I wouldn't give to have a Montecito mansion.
This is my friend's place. This is Godmother's.
It is so beautiful.
Oh gosh, yes. I mean, they did a spectacular job with it.
Gosh.
This is their wall of Godmothers who lit the way.
I love it.
Yeah, and you'll love the space in here. I mean, they have such a beautiful curation of fantastic books. Hi there. And the kids section upstairs is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
A fantastic curation.
I love a kid section. What's your
Yellow and blue equals green.
Guilty pleasure, are you like a thrillers?
Oh my gosh.
Trashy romance?
Well,
She does not read. Come on.
I spend so much time reading children's books. And you have 4 kids?
Yes, I do.
So, you know, our kids are 4 and 6. And so at the end of the night, I do that. And then I haven't really gotten into a book in a long time.
I know, it's hard. I also
kids'
read
books,
a lot of
parenting books.
children's books.
Name a children's book that you read. I don't think she could do that either at this point because I don't know if it's true. It might be true, but I think she would say the book. I think she got caught off guard with that question.
Parenting, self-help.
Yeah, and then my late night indulgence now is just a lot of Duolingo. Do you ever do that? Oh, it's great.
When I could find the time.
Do you ever do that? Oh, it's such a smart person's vice. She's so smart.
What are you Duolingoing?
I'm Duolingoing French.
Yeah.
I committed to relearning it,
Oh
and
my
so
goodness,
yeah,
I'd love to do that.
it's really fun.
So I saw that you were at the opening of this place with Oprah,
Mm-hmm.
and you talked about how bookstores felt like a safe space. Tell me
Yeah.
about that.
The fuck? Bookstores a safe space? In what way? For her specifically? Okay. I think she was just trying to help her friend get some promotion because that doesn't seem accurate to her.
You know, I think bookstores, you can find your story there. You can find some version of your story or what feels true to you in it. And within all those
Yeah, when you make up stuff, you can find it in a book, I guess.
pages, it's just such a great space for discovery. And I think that makes people feel safe.
Okay. It's a stretch.
Morning. I'd love a little latte. How are you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. Bright and early. It's misty today.
I know.
What would you like?
Can I get an oat milk chai tea latte?
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah, great.
All right, 1
Thank
minute.
you.
So what is it about Montecito? Like, what made this place feel like home more than other places?
What do you think? It's beautiful. It's rich. It's expensive. Duh.
Well, we moved here 5 years ago. Oh, we're just so happy because we can take our kids to school and have a really supported, sweet life.
Montecito is the only place you can take your kids to school. It's a little known fact. It's the only city that allows it.
Around and doing the things that I think everyone maybe is part of your day to day, but if you don't think about what life would be like without those moments,
Right.
it's easy to take them for granted. So I love it. We have such a beautiful, embracing community. And been able to really create and dream here.
Yeah. All right, coffee?
Yes, yes.
I ain't buying it.
How important is it to own your own story?
It's the most important thing in the world.
Do you feel like you own your own story?
I know I do. And if you know me, you know that I do. I think
What does that even mean? Own your own story. What are you even talking about? It's such a vague, superfluous concept. Own your own story. Like, do you own the rights to your life story physically? Like, have you copyrighted or sold your rights to somebody? Or what does it mean? Like, what is the importance of owning your story? What does that mean? She's got a million platforms. She says nothing ever.
there are always going to be moments where you feel as though a story is being told about some caricature of you that actually has nothing to do with you. And that can be really hard to reconcile. But I think the more comfortable you get with yourself, certainly age helps. I'll be 44. It's great. It's great. And I just think there really is.
I will say, she is so pretty. No one can ever say she's unattractive as physically. She is physically perfect, I think. And just like has a glow about her that is so effervescent. I wish it matched her personality, but unfortunately, you can't have it all. You know, you got to pick one. And she got the 100%. When she was making her sim of herself, she put it all of her bars on hot and didn't have enough for normal.
A lot of value to when you anchor into your own knowing, then you're telling your own story.
What does that mean? What does that mean? When you anchor into your own knowing, you tell your own story. That is not a real sentence.
Own story and how you show up in the world, what you do. You actually don't need to say anything. You can show who you are.
Meaningless.
People think they know who you are. Your story has been told 1,000 ways, but I want to hear it from you. So when you were 11 years old, you...
they always bring up this story. When she was 11 years old, she wrote a letter to, whatever company about women in the kitchen, something. It's like, if that's the lead story every time, maybe your story is not as exciting as you think it is. If 11 years old is the headline, I don't know. There might be something else to work on, some other project to do so that it trumps that, because they always bring this up as you're so impressive. At 11, you did this. It's like, okay.
Protested an ad that you thought was sexist. And I found it.
With Linda Ellerbee.
Yes. I want you to...
This story comes up every time. She's acting like, oh, I forgot about that. No, she talks about this constantly. On any panel she's on or anything, they talk about this story.
Watch it.
Oh gosh, I remember these, my classmates too. Let's see.
Commercial. I knew something would be done because I was
I still make
furious.
that face.
Women are fighting greasy pots and pans. And I said, wait a minute, how could somebody say that? I think I'll write a letter.
I did. I wrote a few. Yep.
Tell me about that girl and how she grew up.
Yeah, I grew up in LA and I had a great childhood. That time was really fascinating because that day that we were watching that commercial at school was also when the LA riots were happening. And so you have this contrast of...
Do we need the footage? Did we need the footage to show the LA riots going on? Has nothing to do with the story she's telling, but okay. All right, got it. For context.
Of the city was going on.
She survived 9/11 too? She was in California, but, it's really relevant.
Lockdown. We're very young and don't fully understand what's going on. It was a very tense time in Los Angeles with race relations. And they put on the TV because all of us kids had to stay there until our parents could come and pick us up. That commercial happens to come on. And I remember, the boys in the classroom said, yeah, that's where women belong, in the kitchen. And that's really what upset me. It was a very turbulent time in our city and a lot of uncertainty. But the one thing I was certain on, in all of this was that's wrong. Let's do something about it. And it was just so empowering to know that at a really young age, your voice could be heard well before social media, where everyone doesn't just have a soapbox. And then I went into middle school feeling very confident because I was able to affect change for good.
That is to say, that girl has been in you since the beginning.
Yes. I think our character, who we are.
We're talking about something that happened when she was 11 years old, and great. Yeah, it was cool, wonderful, great story. We're talking as if she solved a war. We're talking as if she rescued 4 infants from a burning building. We need to put this in context. She got attention for it back then. She got on the news. Wonderful. We can wrap this up. Come on. If this is what we're thinking, this makes you a good person, we got to raise the stakes a little higher. Does she deserve hundreds of millions of dollars because she did this? If so, send me some, please. I did some cool stuff when I was a kid. Help me.
At your core, I don't think that shifts. I think a lot of behaviors and habits and roles that you end up playing in your life can bring out the best or worst in a lot of people, but you're still who you are.
Is there an inherent tension in trying to be relatable?
Yes.
While also being a duchess?
Yes.
No, I don't.
There is. What are you talking about? No, there's no weirdness about that. How could it not be any more of a duality situation?
I'm just being myself. So
Yeah,
I think
of course.
probably it was different.
I feel like she practices her hand movements. I'm just I don't know. I don't trust anything she does. I feel like she practices everything because she is trying so hard to be relatable. She has to coordinate it in advance because it doesn't come off natural.
Duchess.
No, I don't find, I'm just being myself. So I think probably it was different several years ago where I couldn't be as vocal and I had to wear nude pantyhose all the time. Let's be honest, that was not very myself. I hadn't seen pantyhose since movies in the 80s when they came in the little egg. That felt a little bit inauthentic, but that's a silly example. But it is an example of when you're able to dress the way you want to dress and you're...
But it's She could be describing working in a corporate office, and she acts like she's the only person, this only woman that's ever gone through something where it's like, I couldn't be myself 24 hours a day and get paid millions of dollars for it. It's like, yeah, everyone. If you show up to an office, you have to wear business casual for the most part, usually, typically. It may not be pantyhose, but there's some degree of that. You were in a royal situation. That's a very specific job that, again, you signed up for. But it could be relatable to women who are, going to the office and maybe they're moms and, they have to wear a blazer and it's uncomfortable because they have to pump and whatever. There could be a story, a thread that you could connect the two. But she cannot see outside of herself, I think. So she can't even actually make it relatable. She really thinks that she's the only person who had to put pantyhose on and do something they didn't want to do. And it's like, yeah, welcome to the world. I don't know what you expect from it. I wish it was better also, but it's not. And men too. Men have to do it as well. Go to the office and wear a suit coat and whatever. Like, we're all kind of different versions of ourselves in different scenarios. That's very humanly universal. And she's acting like she's the only one who's ever experienced this. It's crazy.
You're able to say the things that are true, and you're able to show up in the space really organically and authentically. That's being comfortable in your own skin. And that's, of course, had different chapters in my life. But right now, no, I don't feel that I need to prove anything.
That said, Meghan and Harry are trying to establish themselves on new ground, and they're taking some big swings. After coming to California, they dropped a hit tell-all documentary series on Netflix. But a podcast Meghan launched with Spotify had a short run. She returned to the...
Because when it's not about drama, no one cares because it's bad. It's boring. They're so boring without the drama. That's the only thing that works is the drama and the intrigue.
Screen in March with a show With Love, Meghan, where she, alongside friends and celebrity guests, shares her tips for cooking, gardening, and hosting. It was greenlit for a just-released season 2.
What's your vibe on launch day? Are you zen or are you like gritting your teeth?
Oh, no. Very zen. Yeah. Because it's done.
Yeah.
It's done. So...
In the last interview, she said, it's not done. People think it's done, and it's not done. I have to order more SKUs. She contradicts herself every second she speaks. Sorry. Being harsh.
I think I sort of approach that with anything that I pour my heart into and create is you've done everything you can. And then you have to let it go.
How much preparation would go into a With Love shoot? Like, are you memorizing recipes? Are you sharpening your knife skills? Are there hours of taste tests?
It's a great question.
She put pretzels in a plastic bag. You answer your own question, lady.
A lot of prep and a huge crew, which I think people often forget. That was a crew of 80 people. So most of it in the pre-production was inspired by recipes that I love to make, who I was entertaining, and then test it all out. Yeah, it's a lot.
The show hit the
Define a lot, because that sounds pretty basic. And it sounds like your staff's doing most of it. 80 people are probably doing... A YouTube channel that you could do by yourself, you would be running it all, right? But a staff of 80, they're doing everything for you. You're showing up and you've got hair and makeup done. What are you actually doing other than the performance itself? Okay.
Top 10.
Yeah.
Globally. And yet there were mixed reviews.
I watched every episode of the Meghan Markle Netflix show, so you don't have to.
Today my guest is a dear friend who I've known for about 20 years, so welcome in, Fabian.
Meghan, right?
Yeah, Meghan, right.
I saw so many people recreate her recipe, so like, where's the hate coming from?
How did that land for you?
I think I knew who I was trying to meet. And so if you know your audience, you know your demographic, well, they love the show. And my partners love the show, and that's why we have a season 2 and why we have more fun coming. So
who is the demo? I'm curious who she thinks her demo is. Like other rich women? Maybe they are a silent majority, you know? The silent majority of women that are like loaded rich and have extra income and just want tips from a hot lady. Perhaps. Hatem Mabuli. Thank you so much, Hatem Mabuli. They said, I am starting a crowdfunding campaign to build a time-traveling machine and intervene to prevent any dates between her and Harry. Well, good luck. Good luck. Godspeed. I think he's also bad. I think he just doesn't talk as much, but if he did, he would be just as bad and annoying. Personally, because I think you don't enter into a relationship like this unless you're annoying. And I didn't read the book, but I listened to a podcast that reviews celebrity memoirs, and I heard kind of the recap of his book. It seems like he's also very entitled as a person and, you know, wants the best of both worlds. Who doesn't, right? But you know, it's kind of like a sob story constantly. It's like, oh, my family, you know, it's like, yeah, that sucks. That's hard. But like, you know, other people have issues too. Can we get a break from your issues for 5 seconds? And the answer is no.
It reminds me of something from the war.
That's him going to dinner at the palace.
No one's come to save us.
Thank you, Hatem Mabuli. And I hope you get that crowdfunding, and I hope you go back in time and fix just that one little thing and nothing else.
There's nothing more whole than a broken heart.
Amen. Finally.
I'm having like emotional come out of my head.
Okay, back to it.
So I think oftentimes the negative voices, are they saying the negative things and then secretly going home and making single skillet spaghetti? Possibly. And that's all right. They're trying to pay their bills, and that's for them to sort out if they're comfortable doing it at someone else's detriment. From my standpoint, the intention of the
I unfortunately am okay with it.
show was to share more of myself, to share tips that I love in my life, and to have fun.
But there's this take that you're glorifying homemaking or glorifying trad wives.
Oh, really?
I don't think that's why people are upset and annoyed. They just think it's fake as hell, and she's putting on a front. And that's not actually who she is, and she actually doesn't know these people. That's been the argument I've heard. I haven't heard that she's glorifying trad wives.
That feels odd to me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, how do you respond to that?
That feels odd to me. I mean, I hadn't heard that. But I'm really unapologetic about the fact that though would it be lovely to go and churn your own butter? Sure, maybe. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. And I don't think you get an extra gold star if you do that. So for me, a lot of it is how do you show up thoughtfully? I don't have time to make dinner every night. I wish I did.
I thought she said she did do that every night. And she makes her lunches every day for her kids. I thought that's why she made the show, because she was already doing it, theoretically.
I don't have time for that. I'm great at ordering takeout and plating it beautifully. And look, and yes, do I have small things where even on my kids' plates, I wipe the side of the plate? Someone might go, oh my gosh, that's so ridiculous. For me, that's 2 seconds where I get to present something that looks a little bit more beautiful. I have absolutely no judgment on trad wives. If that works for them, then they should do it. But for me, I think there is an in-between. And joy for me comes in finding that sweet spot in the middle.
This year, alongside her Netflix series, Meghan made her first move into online retail with As Ever. It's an evolution of her passion for lifestyle content, which dates back to the TIG.
Her passion for lifestyle content. I don't think that's a fair sentence to say either. It's like, you're living a life. Okay, I have passion for it.
Blog she launched in 2014 that touted fashion, beauty, and travel tips. That shut down shortly after she started dating a prince. Meghan...
Yeah, because she saw the potential, and she was like, bye.
Wouldn't share sales figures for As Ever, but so far, most...
Yeah, I want to know the sales figures. You're such an entrepreneur. Share the sales figures. What the hell?
...dating a prince. Meghan wouldn't share sales figures for As Ever, but so far, most of its inventory has quickly sold out.
As Ever is also cooking. Just had another launch.
Yes.
The rosé sold out also in less than an hour.
44 minutes. I was shocked.
How do you keep up with demand?
When you sell out that quickly, you actually, it's a double-edged sword because it's an incredible thing to happen for any small business. And
how many units did you sell? Please let us know. I feel like it's 100, and they're making it seem so much more successful than it is, because if she couldn't sell 100 units, then there's a problem.
In any startup. And at the same time, you don't get the same metrics and learnings about which SKUs and products are the most...
She loves the word SKU.
...coveted, because it's all gone immediately. So then we prepped for the second seasonal drop and 10x'd our inventory and thought for sure that would at least last for a couple weeks.
For sure.
That sold out in a couple hours. And suddenly the conversation goes from at the start of this year talking about a few thousand jars and lids to we need to do a purchase order of 1 million. And that's a huge jump.
I cannot believe that online she's selling millions of jars within minutes. I cannot imagine that's true. Is the country that brain dead? Sorry, I'm being so mean. Who's got the money for this crap? Who's buying these jams? You can't even buy Smuckers by the millions. I cannot imagine that this is true, that what she's saying. There's no way. And the way she's not sharing any of the background information makes me skeptical also. I really think they have like 100 units of everything and they're just saying like, oh yeah, sold out, and giving the impression of importance and relevance. And they're leveraging that into these Netflix shows and podcasts and media stuff. But I cannot imagine this is actually... Do you know anyone in your life that's ever bought one and they're selling millions of products? I don't think so.
In just a few months of starting a business.
And the plan is to go global.
Yes, absolutely.
How long does it take to develop each product? What's that
4 seconds, because it's one fruit and it's a shortbread cookie. Come on.
that process like?
Oh, goodness. I'm exasperated in some ways by that, only because it is such a tedious proposition to scale your own home recipe to something at mass and maintain the same, not just quality, but the same flavor that you're able to do at home. And I think any home cook would say that. If you say, great, can you make your cobbler that I love?
Yeah, but you're not doing that. A food scientist is doing that. You give them the recipe, they try to match it with like preservatives in it. So again, what are you actually doing? Nothing. You've given them your sample and then they do it.
I said, great, of course I can make my cobbler. Great, can you make 1 million cobblers? Can you teach someone how to make 1 million cobblers that taste just like the one that you have at home? I also have to be conscious of, people who really understand canning can say the bricks method when you're going at scale. I mean, now I'm going to get a little nerdy and jammy with you.
I can tell the details.
But there's a lot of...
Here's a nitpick I have with women. Anytime they start to talk, and it's not anytime, any woman, it's Rachel Hollis and Meghan Markle specifically. Anytime they start to say something that's a little bit niche, a little bit jargony, and it's like on the border. It's not even really that serious. They will say, oh, I'm going to get nerdy for a second, to caveat that they're saying something that's business oriented or whatever. Is that to show because they think they're talking to women that we're such idiots that we're going to have to like go, I don't really know what she's talking about. And I'm just such a simple-minded woman that I just couldn't quite understand. I'm glad she said she's being nerdy because I thought for a second, she was really cool, but I'm glad that she's letting me in that she's a nerd. I feel like more men would just say what they're saying and not caveat it 8 times. But I don't know. Maybe I'm what do they call it? Repressed misogyny myself, that I'm thinking men wouldn't do that. I've never heard a man in an interview go, I'm about to get nerdy real quick for a second. I'm going to talk about canning. They would just say it. But again, I'm just, I'm just placing my lived experience onto all people, which is not a good thing to do. And I apologize. I'm such a nerd in that way.
Detail in it. There's lots of tiny nuances that I don't think people would think about and then make sure.
And I think these people are trying to be our role models to women. They need to be the ones to stop it. Like, they need to stop perpetuating this bullshit that continues. Because, if it's a patriarchal thing, I agree. But, hey, you're supposed to be the strong, independent woman that's leading the way for women. Hey, cut that shit out,
Sure that it can come out the way that feels reflective of what I make at home.
What about pricing? How did you determine your pricing strategy? What are the margins?
Yes, the pricing I think is key. From
it's so key for her being a millionaire.
My standpoint, I know where I came from. I remember being in high school and having my after-school job, and all I wanted to do was save.
At the yogurt shop. Is she gonna talk about it? The yogurt Hobart Humphrey yogurt Humphrey.
Up to buy a shirt that said BB.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
that just said BB. And if you could get the one with the rhinestone BB, you really made it. And I always think about that version of me who there might be a brand or a person that you look up to and you want to have a piece of what they're sharing in the world. And that can't be something that is out of price range. That can't be something that is so aspirational, you're never going to be able to afford it.
She asked about the margins. What does it have to do with margins at all?
So there is something I think really important in that the first hero product was this $9 jar of jam, which my 15-year-old self would have been able to buy. And then after you finish the jam, you could use that to put your flowers in it, little jar, or your pens on your desk. And I liked the idea of having something that just felt signature in that way and keepsake packaging and affordable.
Celebrity brands are all the rage right now. What's going to make
What are the margins? She didn't answer because she doesn't know.
yours stand out?
I think the authenticity is probably what will help it stand apart.
What authenticity?
Also the price point. I think certainly when we're looking at economically what's happening right now, you really want things to be in a range that people can still have a piece of, whatever ends up happening with our economy. More than anything, I've just poured so much love into this brand. And I would say the same for so many of these celebrities who probably have dreamed of something for a long time. And at the same time, when they see it come to fruition, for a lot of them, are they writing copy and doing all these things that maybe they are, which I think is incredible. Everyone is putting out something unique in the world, even if it feels like there's a million tequilas. I'm sure they all have a different point of view in some regard. And I really do believe that a high tide raises all boats. I believe that. I think there's room for all of us.
It's a very crowded room. Celebrities like Rihanna, Selena Gomez, and Ryan Reynolds built billion-dollar businesses by capitalizing on their fame to influence consumer behavior. It's creating something of an entrepreneurial arms race in Hollywood. The most popular verticals are beauty, fashion, and alcohol. Meghan's Rosé, while getting good reviews, is joining a pretty packed celebrity shelf. To build a brand that endures beyond the viral launch, some celebs have partnered with operators or raised capital from outside investors. Meghan is taking a different approach.
The Netflix of it all. You have a really unique relationship with them. How does it work? Like, take us behind the curtain.
Sure.
Who has the last word?
Creatively, they very graciously said, no, this is your baby and this is your brand. So all creative decisions and final decisions like that end up with me. The CPG division might be newer for a lot of people to hear about. They have been doing that with a lot of shows and brands that they've had and been in the consumables territory and market. Stranger Things, they've introduced a line of ice creams or pizzas. So they have a lot of incredible suppliers and manufacturers that they are comfortable working with. And then I'm able to try the products, work with those teams as well, and then sort of green light.
While you can
So it sounds like Netflix is doing it completely. And you're just going, yeah, sounds good, love it, which is fine. But like, that's how they all work. Why are you trying to make it seem like you're different?
go to Netflix's website and buy Bridgerton pickleball paddles or Squid Game plushies, Meghan's jam-inspired brand is not just an extension of her series, but a separate standalone business.
Ooh, a separate website. That's not on Netflix. Wow.
Do you have
innovative?
Any backers other than Netflix?
No.
Or are you looking for other investors?
At the moment, no. Netflix is my partner and investor.
Why not raise money on your own? You know, where you...
Why would you? She doesn't have to do anything. Netflix is giving her quite a lot of money, as far as we know, and international exposure. Why would you want to go it alone? The hell?
You might have more control. You might have more financial upside.
That had been my plan. And
it's way harder.
And I thought that it would be great just to build out my own team and really do it purely on my terms. But then I also would say Netflix made a really compelling sell. We began our relationship with Netflix 5 years ago, purely as a production company with R12 Productions. And we've managed to have some wonderful shows and docuseries that we're really proud of. And then with the evolution of our partnership now is them doubling down in their support of As Ever.
Just days after this interview, Netflix announced that following its initial 5-year, $100 million deal with Harry and Meghan, they've signed a reportedly far less lucrative first-look deal, similar to the Obamas.
I can't believe that the Obamas would get a less great deal than Meghan Markle. That's crazy. But I guess when it comes down to it, the more dramatic you are, the more messy you are, the more entertaining you are. So maybe I take it back. Maybe the Obamas are too buttoned up for that type of deal. Excuse me. Hatem. Oh, hold on. Your name went away. Mabuli. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Matan Mabuli. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you so much. They say, what is more annoying than Meghan is the journalist squinting and acting like she's listening to the most fascinating story of the decade while it being jammed. Thank you, Kia, for helping us deal with this. Cheers from Thailand. Well, thank you so much, first of all. And this is what I have to say.
Most people won't get up at 4 a.m.
Is it 4 a.m. in Thailand? It might be.
It is what it is.
And that is what it is.
So sad.
That is so sad.
It hurts. It stings.
It hurts and it stings also. Yeah, I used to be like that also when I would do interviews and stuff when I was in media. I think it's just like yes, yeah. You know you're on camera. And so I would do that. I wouldn't do it now. Well, maybe I would. I'm lying. But it is a hard habit to break, I will say. So I just think she's asking like the softballest of softball questions. And when she gets no sales, she's from Bloomberg, for God's sakes. No sales figures, no margin answers. What method are you using? What distributors are you using? What Netflix is doing? She doesn't get anything. And she's like accepting that as like, oh, okay, no problem. Like, what are we actually doing here? You know?
I don't know if anybody has worked as hard on this topic as I have.
Speaking of jam.
My family thought I was off my rocker.
Me. I just liked being able to get away with whatever I wanted.
That's the key. Thank you to Hatem Mabuli. Cheers from the U.S. to Thailand.
Ever-present critics seem to view this as yet another setback. But really, what it means is Harry and Meghan can shop their shows elsewhere if Netflix doesn't bite. Recently released viewership numbers reveal With Love Meghan did hit the top 10 initially, but ultimately only had 5.3 million views and ranked 383rd on Netflix's watch list. A season 3...
Well, I think without the drama, like season 1, people were hate watching it to see how bad it was. Season 2 is a lot harder to get people to do that. They've already gotten the experience, and so you got to really see if there's true fans. And that I ain't sure about.
Is TBD. But Netflix is promising a holiday special with Meghan and will continue to back as ever. Meghan said in a statement that she and Harry are proud of the new deal, which celebrates their shared vision.
So what is the grand vision for As Ever? Like, what do you want it to be? What don't you want it to be?
I don't want it to feel
I want it to be goop, but for me.
Generic. I don't want it to feel cookie cutter. I don't want it to feel like it was phoned in. Mm-hmm. And I know that it would be impossible to feel that way because I know how much time I spend on it from soup to nuts. But I want it to be something that people feel excited to have
live
in their home, and especially that people feel excited to gift.
So what is the path to profitability?
Mm-hmm. The scaling is going to be key, and certainly shifting out of D2C, not necessarily into brick and mortar of our own, but in finding the right retail partners that make sense to be on the shelves.
Do you want to see it at Target or?
Yes, duh. Sorry.
Williams-Sonoma or?
I think a key retail partner is going to be very valuable. And also, look, if you look at the categories, it might not just be one. We might have exclusivity in certain ones that make sense for the consumables, but as you expand into candles or things throughout the home, where do those live that it makes sense?
So between the show and As Ever, the podcast.
Yeah, it's been a busy year.
It's been a busy year. You were off social media for years and now you're back on. Do you feel like you're sort of launching a new you or rebranding yourself?
No, I think, how funny. No, I think I finally get to share.
When she's pissed, she says, how funny. That's what she said to Mindy Kaling when she said, Meghan Markle eats at In-N-Out. She goes, how funny. You keep saying my name wrong, bitch.
The me that's been here for so long that people maybe haven't had the same visibility to. Coming back on Instagram was a really big decision, but also it's just been joyful. And I'm really intentional in using it as a platform to share joy and to have fun as well. And so I get to play and explore. I play in public.
Meghan has now spent 9 years on a very public, often unrelenting world stage. In 2018, she was the most Googled person in the world, for better or for worse.
Crazy.
My wife in 2018 was the most trolled person in the world. So there was a lived experience in that. But at no point did we suddenly think, okay, well, let's go on, let's take this industry on.
Do you feel like it's hard?
See what I'm talking about? He's not. He's boring too.
To sort of show your whole self?
I waffle with some of my choices before I make them. I'm generally very decisive, but social media is a great barometer for this for me, because putting out a video of myself 9 months pregnant was a really big choice, but I also...
It was a really big choice? What the fuck? It was a really big choice for me to post a video that I chose to post that makes me look really cute and fun and relatable, and is something that people... I don't know. I don't even know what choice this is about.
So wanted people to see themselves in my story and our story, and to be able to show that with all the noise that might happen in the world on a day-to-day basis, real life is still happening behind the scenes. Really real life.
But you put that out there and some people, like, they tear it apart, you know?
Yeah, because it's weird and it's not life-changing. You posted a video, a self-serving video. That is what it is. Just accept it. I hate when journalists that are supposed to be real journalists go, people are just so mean, you're right? No, people have a right to be angry and like you're not even angry, just not like it, reject things. It's called the free market, baby. And Bloomberg should have an understanding of that. So that should not be, people are so rude to reject your post. It's like, that's the free market talking.
Or they did, I don't know. But I also protect myself from seeing that.
Yeah, I agree. I felt forced and fake to me too. Sorry.
It's been interesting preparing for this interview because every day you search for your name and there's like 1,000 different news stories about 1,000 different things.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And so,
but I guess the distinction there is those people don't know me and they're not talking about me. And that's a really hard place to come to terms with. Yeah. But that's the truth. So if you can really compartmentalize it and go, oh, right, there is a very, very powerful machine, and it's all about generating income. Mm-hmm. Those stories aren't just appearing because it's fun. Clickbait has a huge financial implication. And
other people do things to hurt her for money, but she just does things for the passion of it, and the fun has nothing to do with money. So if you're poor, you're doing it because you're in need. But if she's doing things for the humanitarianness of it, her jams.
So if I'm part of an SEO and that gets them more clickbait, then yes, they're incentivized to churn out as many stories, false or damaging or whatnot, to feed the beast because that's paying them. And I think a lot of people forget the economic element of it. And I think from my standpoint, that's why I don't look at it. It would be very hard to see anything about yourself that isn't true. But equally, it's not me that they're talking about. It's some caricature they've had to create to get clicks. And I'm very clear on the difference between them.
And then there's truth to that and there's falsity to it. It's not 100% not you, but it's also not 100. It's like 50% you, 50% public persona. So yes, she's right, but she's also not totally right.
The two.
Do you feel like you have to be perfect? Do you feel like you have to curate what you show us, or be a more polished version?
100%.
The Meghan that you are, like, just at home putting your feet up on the couch.
I did feel that for a while. I felt a lot of pressure to, even though I wasn't seeing it, you could feel the energy of it. So you feel a lot of pressure to go, is this hair out of place? I bet it is, but I'm okay with it. Is someone gonna say something about anything? Sure. Probably. Once you make peace with the fact that they're going to say something about anything, and that's a hard place to get, where you can make peace with that, then I think you just settle into being yourself. But whether you're high profile or not, it's hard to be a teenager. It's hard to be in your 20s. It's hard to be a mom for the first time. Every chapter, we're figuring it out for the first time. Every single chapter. And then you layer in just the natural change that happens as we get older. I don't think there's anything valuable about trying to be perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. And I guess my version of the closest thing to perfection
is what I am.
Would be being really comfortable in your own skin. And I do think that comes with time.
And with that, it felt like a perfect time for some fresh air. Meghan tipped us off to a great local spot where we continued the conversation, from raising kids to the state of the world and what's really in a name. Well, a lot, apparently.
Have you heard of this place?
I haven't. I'm excited.
I would love an IPA. And then I'm having the jalapeno.
I'll have a regular smash. Yeah, a cheeseburger smash.
One regular
Smashy,
burger.
smashed cheeseburger.
Here's our number. Thank you.
Have these people never gone to a restaurant before? They act like it's a performance, that they're like, oh, isn't this so crazy? We're ordering at the front. It's like, what do you guys normally do? This music's gonna get me in trouble. I know it. Skip, 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 skippy.
Okay, so
Yum.
I know, I think you're gonna love it.
I'm hungry and thirsty. So this is perfect.
Well, you're in the right place.
All right.
It's a place that has food and drinks. It's so crazy that this exists. Ah, how wonderful.
So, I mean, obviously this is a quieter town. Can you actually get a drink in peace?
Yes.
Yeah.
We go out a lot. I love it. I go out with my girlfriends for dinner and lunches, and obviously my husband and I have a lot of date nights because it's important. But yeah, we go out a lot in our community, in Montecito and in Santa Barbara, and people are just really friendly.
Are there any tricks to being incognito?
No, we're not trying to be incognito.
Okay.
Different chapter.
But if you had total anonymity for a month, what would you do?
I would go grocery shopping every day.
So she doesn't, okay. No problem. She goes to the restaurants, doesn't go incognito because everyone in Montecito is so accepting. Okay, fine, I'll believe that. But yet you can't go grocery shopping. Why? Why is grocery shopping different than a restaurant? Please explain.
I miss grocery shopping so much, though I'm very much on Instacart. I would do that. I would travel in a different way. I used to travel so much, and we can, but it has a lot of layers.
Why can't she go to a grocery store? She didn't explain it. Why? Follow-up question, lady.
So I would just backpack and road trip and be able to be a little bit more spontaneous.
I was talking with Melinda French Gates about how we're living in such a charged time right now, and sometimes it feels like no one is speaking up and that, you know, people aren't using their voices.
No one is speaking up. Yeah, I don't feel that way. I think a lot of people are speaking up currently. Who's not speaking up?
It's scary to speak up. And she said, I don't think the voices are gone. They're just quietly strategizing.
The quiet part of the song is still part of the song.
What do you think of the direction our country is going in?
I love it. It's going so great for me personally. I'm selling out jams constantly, but you know, I guess I shouldn't say that because that people won't like that, so I'm gonna say it's bad.
I think right now it's a really interesting time for the entire world. I just hope that people are able to.
It is an interesting time for the entire world. That is one way to say it. Yeah. Way to take a stance. Way to use your voice for sure. That was very powerful. Thank you.
Maintain the values that they feel are important to them and to feel safe and to remember our humanity with each other. You know,
she should be a politician. She is committed to nothing. Nothing, girl. Give us nothing.
All of it, like however polarized the world can be or feel, you go back to the fact that we're human beings and try to find the way that we can connect versus feel divided. I think that's the only way through whatever can feel trying.
On that note,
this is someone who claims to be like, oh, I'm going to fix the world. It's like, you better work on some talking points. Everyone just needs to have a Montecito date night and then the world will be solved. The problems will be gone. Just remember we're all human. You know, I'm the best.
You know, you talked about growing up in LA.
Chaos erupts here in LA County. Why?
Oh my God. Why are they showing this news footage as if it's relevant to Meghan Markle at all?
Widespread immigration raids triggering protests.
How does it feel to see your town simultaneously under threat and fighting back?
I've seen my town like that a lot over the years. LA has always been so resilient. That's what I know my hometown to be. And so this, to me, while it's a different version of what we've experienced, I think the strength of the people in LA coming together has always been.
I thought that too. I was like, they probably had 69 and they had to return it because they're like, we cannot have the optics. Our girl's an angel. She's wearing all white. We cannot think of her as a sexual person. So we need to nix the 69 and give her 68. I did have that thought, but I kept it to myself.
Paramount. That's not new.
You're in a unique position. I saw you do an interview in 2016, and you had some choice words for President Trump.
I think it was in 2012, like the Republican Party lost the female vote by 12 points. That's a huge number.
Mm-hmm.
And with as misogynistic as Trump is and so vocal about it, that's a huge chunk of it. You're not.
Are there things you're dying to say or do right now that you feel like you can't?
No.
No. I'm benefiting from his regime, actually, so I'm good. I don't have anything to say. I talk constantly about being silenced, but I also have nothing to say.
Just make a choice of what matters to me and what's important to me. And that was a different time in 2016, certainly. But no, I mean, what was that, the Larry Wilmore show?
Yes.
I was so excited to have that. I was so excited to be able to go on that show at the time. Yeah, no, I think. Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. Saved by the Bell. Oh my God. She's got shit to sell, so she's not going to say anything, which is ironic.
Thanks for having us.
Okay.
Thank you. I've got a classic and a jalapeno.
I'm a classic.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. There we go.
Thank you.
so
Can I grab
much.
some napkins from you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll wait for the napkins.
Just to be
I'll
on
let
the safe
I'll let
side.
you finish your answer.
Of course it was a different time. I was excited to be on the show, and I think if there's anything that I wanted to say or that felt necessary to say, then I would say it. But
I don't, so I won't. She asked you, do you have anything to say now about politics or about Trump? No, nothing. I got nothing to say. That's good. That's really good. Again, what are we talking about? What did she have to? She was silenced into wearing pantyhose, and now she has her freedom, and yet she uses it for nothing other than to sell her own products. Shocker. Welcome to the world, I guess, again.
that's not where I'm at right now. I don't think I've.
Oh, how nice.
I haven't said anything since 2016. That was well before I met my husband, too.
All right. Well,
So lucky for you that she doesn't have to say anything.
here we go. Shall we try the burger?
Yes, but
Here,
you
we
do,
can do
you
a burger.
you
do
do
you want a napkin? Okay.
You're going to want a napkin.
Well, you're wearing all white. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. ladies.
Appreciate
I
it.
hope you enjoy.
Oh, it's going to be great. Do you see what they do there?
And there's giant pickles.
Look at my jalapeno.
A pickle! Where have we heard that before? Improv, life-changing. There's a pickle on this burger? Are they crazy? Oh my God. You guys and your pickles. Table 68. Last night was a movie.
See?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Instant orgasm.
Mm-hmm. Well, you asked earlier
So
about
funny.
you feel the pressure to be real. We're human, we eat.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be elegant and beautiful, but it's going to be delicious.
We lick our fingers.
Yes.
I hate both of these people. I'm sorry. They're doing an activity and they're like, can you imagine like not being real and eating? Can you imagine like people think we don't eat? No one's ever said that.
Okay.
What else? You have lots of burning questions.
I have lots of burning questions. What have you learned about yourself since becoming Sussex?
Well, interesting. What I learned about myself is no matter what my name is or what people call me, I'm still the same person. So that didn't change who I am.
Then why change it? Why don't just keep Markle then?
And maybe that's probably the biggest distinguishing factor.
Give me a tutorial on royal naming conventions. So like, are you Meghan Sussex? Are you Meghan Duchess of Sussex?
Mm-hmm.
Is Markle even on your passport anymore? Is it, we don't use that term anymore?
Well, when I got married, I changed my name.
Yeah.
To what? To what?
But it's a complicated one for people to understand because
So explain it. Explain it, please.
last name is not typical in that construct.
I think we expect a last name, but is that a last name or is that?
Oh my God. Answer a
It's not, but it's used roughly.
or loosely rather. It sounds so silly to say, and I get it because I'm American, and then I went there and I started to understand, then you come back, and as an American you go, I'm so confused.
Yeah. So explain it to us. What is your name? Very simple question.
It's a dukedom.
Mm-hmm. A dukedom. That's a new word for me.
It's a dukedom.
Okay.
So, but that's the truth of it. But at the end of the day, you know, yes, so my legal name is Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. But Sussex for us works as our family name, and it's the name that we share with our children. And but yes, since we've been married, that's what I've been called. Do you like this?
Yeah, I do. I usually be staring at your necklace. You just totally called me out.
And I'm definitely not the only one taking note of Meghan's fashion choices. There's a blog called What Meghan Wore that's been tracking her.
That's run by her, probably. 100% run by her.
Outfits and accessories for fans ever since her relationship with Prince Harry went public. On one occasion, Meghan sporting a bracelet spiked an 11,000% increase in sales for the company that made it. There's even a term for this.
The Meghan effect. I don't know if you've heard about this one.
I've heard about that one.
This concept that you can transform a small business by wearing or using their products. How do you make decisions about what to wear or what to feature, knowing that you can have that level of...
She's going to say, well, one time I supported a jeans company that I will not repeat this time that saves women from being trafficked. Just you wait.
Impact.
It's hugely flattering, and it's also, I take it seriously. Yeah. Up until then, there was always speculation on what I might be wearing, and then you'd find different media outlets would put it up with their affiliate sales, and they might sell out on a shirt, but it wasn't the shirt of that female founder that I was choosing to support. And that was really interesting for me because a lot of my choices, especially when I wasn't using my voice as often, my fashion choices were decisive. And they were really designed to uplift a lot of smaller brands that people might not know about, especially female-founded brands and designers.
Yeah,
and so from my standpoint, even having Shop My on Instagram has been an interesting exploration because I'm able to say, these are the actual brands, and people can find what they're looking for if they wanted to emulate the style.
I mean, there's speculation you want to get into hospitality. Are there like
In what
hotels?
way? Oh gosh.
Restaurants, beauty, fashion? What's on the horizon?
Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. I do not, at this moment, have any aspiration of getting into hotels and hospitality. That's the first I've heard that one. I'm open to the possibilities of what can happen, certainly in the expansion of As Ever. I would not put beauty or fashion out of the mix. I think those are things that people...
I am beautiful and fashionable, so of course I cannot discount that.
Associate with me, and it's categories that I really love. I just wanted to start with something that felt a little bit closer to home.
You've been doing some angel investing.
Yes.
I saw that you called it Dolphin Tank as opposed to Shark Tank.
Well, I love Shark Tank, by the way. Don't get me wrong. I love watching that show. I just wanted to approach it with friendly waters.
Yeah, well, there are sharks out there, let's be honest.
Yes.
How do you learn to swim with the great whites?
Oh, so eloquent. So cinematic as well. I'm just really, really considered in my approach of who I want to invest in and work with, specifically women at different generations. Equally, it's not just the concept that I'm investing in, it's the founder. And really knowing how I can be valuable for them. My association with the brand, yes, it might...
She sold like 5 jams. I guess her ability to help is money, but she's like, I'm investing in the founder and I'm going to give him my tips and tricks. It's like, what business have you run? Okay, sorry.
Might have that effect. But I want to be more valuable than just the clickbait version. I want to be able to bring really sound investors to their cap table. I want to be able to open up their network for them. I want to be able to be a soundboard and just a place for advice and to help them grow.
Do you and Harry do deals together? Any deals?
Yes, absolutely.
What's the sort of working together strategy?
What do we both believe in? What do we think is really going to move the needle? My husband served 10 years in the military. He's obviously very minded about how we show up and do good, how we can be of service, and he looks at it through different lenses as well. So kind of concentric circles.
What's the bigger strategy? Like, are you looking at AI or biotech or e-commerce or...
No.
AI, man.
Jam only.
And aren't you a little bit scared by AI? We have to just a little. I mean, we have to make peace with it. The world is changing. Our lives are changing. So there are certain things that I just don't know enough about to want to jump in with both feet. But yes, I mean, when it comes to women, finance, healthcare, and tech, yes, I mean, that is the world that we live in.
Can we name one company, like a real company? It's like all these high umbrella theoretical concepts. I hate that with interviews. It's like, so Uber, like which company? Tech. Yes, I'm interested in health. Okay, got it.
And
are you using AI?
Last week someone talked about ChatGPT, which of course everyone's talking about ChatGPT. I hadn't experienced it before. I'm shocked. I'm a little bit vintage in many ways because I'm from a time capsule of handwritten notes and putting a stamp on a letter and mailing it. And it's not something that is part of my day-to-day, but you have to imagine Siri's not on my phone. I don't have location services. There are things like that that I'm not caught up in the day-to-day tech things that most people are. But yeah, I'm sure it will end up being a part of our life in some capacity. How could it not?
AI recipes. I mean, AI recipes are huge. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
This is new.
Oh yeah, you can say, I have, these 5 things in my fridge. What should I make?
No, what you should do is read Tom Colicchio's Think Like a Chef, which is one of the best books written by a chef, frankly, because it teaches you, I don't want people to lose critical thinking. I don't want people to lose critical thinking. I think it's great if AI can help with recipes, but I also would encourage people in the same way that I do. Cooking can be so playful and life can be so serious. And if you can find a moment where you can play a little bit, I think your day will probably be a little bit better.
You've talked about how important it is to be financially literate, especially for women to be financially literate. Talk a little bit about your own journey around money, learning how to make it, learning.
I just intuited what was good for me and made sure to invest in myself.
How to manage it.
Certainly as an auditioning actor, you are paycheck to paycheck. So you're very mindful about how you spend. But I grew up clipping coupons. I grew up looking for deals and the sale rack. I always worked. I mean, my first job was when I was 13 at a frozen yogurt shop called Humphrey Yogurt. I've had a lot of jobs over the years. And when you work really hard, you value what you've earned. So I think that translates into how I invest. It translates into how I spend, what I teach my children. And I think it's incredibly important for young women, especially, to have a sense of why it matters for her to earn her own money and to be able to be financially independent. That's not about anything other than being self-reliant. And the more that you're able to take care of yourself, especially as a woman, then you're making practical choices in your life that are not hindered by a need being met by someone external. Taking care of yourself is so key, and it's the most empowering thing in the world.
We actually did our first lemonade stand this weekend.
How did it go?
My daughter was asking for it, and I think they learned a lot. They're like, oh, this isn't so easy as...
I love that you did that. Now you're gonna have your sticky fingers every weekend making lemonade.
We all want our kids to grow up in better circumstances than we did. And your kids are going to live in totally different circumstances than you did.
Yes.
How do you reconcile that?
We normalize as much as we can, but also we're such hands-on parents, and it matters so much to both of us. Being a parent matters so much to my husband. Being a parent matters so much to me. And so there's no version of that where, in spite of all of the privilege that our children have access to and the life that they have and the opportunities that they'll be given and that they'll work for, I think from our standpoint, it all comes back to values. What do we want to raise?
Yeah.
Great human beings, kind people, present and aware citizens, people who want to help the world and make things better. And where does that start? That starts in your kitchen, in your home, being a part of. That starts with taking your plate to the sink and contributing and not expecting that things will just be taken care of for you or handed to you.
At some point, they're going to be able to read what's been written. Like, do you think about that moment? Do you worry about that moment?
I think about it, but at the same time, I think my children know that I will tell them the truth. And also, I would caveat that by saying the truth based on what they can carry in that moment. But also our children get to see the example of who we are as human beings every single day. So I know that will be informed by whatever they end up reading. But equally, they have the same great community that we do.
Is there anything you want for your kids that's different than what you and Harry have had? Like, especially when it comes to family.
Oh, yeah. I want them to have the fullness of life and family and support in a way that we have had and that we do have in many ways. And also, I want them to be able to carve out the life that they want for themselves. And that will very much be not necessarily mimicking, but that'll be very much reflective of the choices my husband and I have made.
Hardest question of the day on a busy night. What is your go-to easy kids meal?
Oh, that's so easy. That's so
I've seen the one bite that they took on camera, and that is it. They have not touched this amazing, delicious hamburger since Smash Burger. Come on, ladies. We're all humans. Eat it up. Ugh.
You see, on the longest day where there is no time and you don't want any fuss, frozen chicken nuggets, frozen tater tots, they both go in the toaster oven. My daughter loves macaroni and cheese, so one of the ones from Annie's, quickly whip that up. I do put in some chia seeds or flax, and then some broccoli from the garden. They're great about that. I'll say, can you go pick it? If you don't, yes, you'll be like, I don't have broccoli for my children to go and pick. That's fine. Take the bag of broccoli from your fridge, and I just quickly toss it in with the pasta water at the last couple minutes, so it gets a little bit done.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, so since you mentioned frozen, you gave me the perfect segue. We brought you some Humphrey yogurt.
Oh my God, does it still exist?
It still exists. It still exists.
That is wild.
So this was your first job?
Yes, but it was very inventive at the time because you could take a base flavor. This is sweet vanilla, tart vanilla, and chocolate. I can tell by the colors. And you could blend the toppings into it. So you would make your own flavor profile.
I'm a tart vanilla girl.
Yeah, I think it's a really great one. Oh my God. You don't like it?
No, I love it. Sorry, I'm making a face. That was my
I would take it home.
That was my tart face. Did the girl who scooped this ever think she'd be here?
No.
100%.
No.
Yes.
What does she think now that she's here?
Life is full of surprises.
Yeah.
And you cannot predict anything. You genuinely can't. I just wanted to be on a TV show that would run for 10 seasons. And I would have been, but I left 7 in because I fell in love.
Yeah.
So, I just am grateful for where I'm at today.
When do you feel the least Duchess of Sussex?
Oh my God. Sitting here eating a smash burger with you being asked these questions.
Okay. What have you learned about how you navigate the tough stuff, the tension, the conflict?
Boring.
The things you didn't necessarily ask for?
Sure. I think everyone needs to know who their closest friends are that they can trust, where the right soundboard can be. I have an amazing partner, so that obviously is very helpful. No matter what you're going through, I think it would be very, very challenging to navigate it in a silo and to rely on the support that you have around you to be able to get through things.
So wise. So
Meghan's
sage.
got a lot of things to get through that are completely unprecedented and so far unresolved. But she also has a lot of things going for her as she grows her business. The real test will be getting beyond the initial hype and criticism to build and scale a sustainable business. It's not just about having a good product and good execution. A celebrity brand is only as strong as the celebrity's image it's built on. Fairly or unfairly, people have a lot of opinions about Meghan Inc. Perhaps she can harness all the attention, welcome or not, to sell a vision that seems to connect to her truth. That she really does just love to jam in the kitchen. The hard part may not be getting customers to buy it, but to believe it.
If you could choose one thing for people to know the truth about you,
Wrap it
what would that
up.
one thing be?
No one's ever asked me that.
Yes, they do. They ask you that constantly.
What a great question. The one thing. Oh gosh, what's the one thing? Oh gosh,
How good of a mother I am. How honest I am. How thoughtful I am as a friend.
I think when I sit with it for a second here, I just want people to know that I'm a real person.
And I think a lot of that gets lost in what can be super dehumanizing when you look at the clickbait culture and how much is written about someone. It's like, no, my friends have to read those things. Like, I have real best friends, the same ones since I was 17. You know, like, I'm a real mom. I have to go and I choose to go and do school pickup and drop off, but I do that under a landscape that is created that forgets that I'm a real person. And how would you want
You said everyone in Montecito was cool and chill. You're confusing me.
someone to treat a real person in your life that you cared about or loved or respected? And so there's something about that, I think, that often gets lost. And even though earlier I was saying you can compartmentalize, I say that's a caricature. Yes, but my kids will see those magazines, and we all know moms gossip. And so I have to make a choice to move through the world as myself in spite of all the noise that's created.
Yeah,
But
we all
maybe there
do.
would be less noise if people remembered that I'm a real person.
You're a real person.
Yeah.
I can say I'm here, and I can attest.
Pinch me, I'm
You're a
real.
real
She's real. She's a real person.
We did it! Yay! Sorry. I'm cutting off all my taste buds with these sour straws. Again, I'm on my second bag of the day, which is not good. This should not bode well for my dental appointment next week. Okay, let me chew this real fast. Hold on. Speed run chew. Okay. We did it. Megan is eating a burger, and she ate it, and she is just a person. And she has a lot to say, but never ever says anything. Yeehaw. I'm more mad at the journalists. I really am becoming like anti-journalist, which I hate because I am very pro-journalist. I wanted to be a journalist. I was a journalist basically for a while. But then seeing these like softball interviews from real outlets, it bothers me. It's like you're not even trying to see through the facade. You're not even asking questions that are legitimate, and they're just taking their side immediately without any real prompting. It's frustrating. I don't like it because it just makes a mockery of the industry. Anyways, on that note, I think that we should wrap it up because it's been a long night, 3.5 hours. I've been on the mic. Terow's getting tired and she wants to watch a movie. Okay, here's my recommendation. I haven't finished it yet. It's kind of lame, but I've been watching Stick with Owen Wilson at night in the last week. It's very pleasant, and it's kind of just like low-key and sort of silly and fun. So if you're looking for a low-key, fun show on Apple TV, I recommend that one. All right, I'll be back next week. And then we'll do it again. Did you like this style where it's like random things? I kind of liked it as well, having a bunch of topics and then spinning the wheel. I think that could be kind of fun. And then we don't have to like go so deep into stuff every time, perhaps. Or when there's not like a big hot topic, we can do a hodgepodge. Anyways, time to sing. If you'd like to get your name in the song at the end of the stream, join the membership. The gold straight up members get their name sung, and it's a hoot and a holler, as Rachel Hollis would say. All right, peace. Time to sing. Hoot. Hoot and a holler. Starry nights. Did you know I'm from the South? Nicole Campbell. I'm from the south of California. Riptide, AC. I just want to go to Malibu, baby, and jump on a wave. Let's go to Tundra. I want to take you to Santa Monica or up to Santa Barbara. let Meghan eat Carasoto. Can you buy a smash burger and not take a photo of Harry and his wife? If you try, Lisa B. Rachel's got a broadcast channel and she's keeping it private-y. Lily and Massey, did you know that you can put a poll in a channel? I learned that tonight. Rob Sheehan, you've got that fight in you, punching at the walls. When something falls, you better get that taken care of. You don't want holes in your wall, or they're gonna have to change your name to Kyle today. Rebeled Fuentes, do you know that the candy called Pez tastes like chalk? It does. I don't recommend it. There's better candy out there. Alif Madison, are you aware? 7-Eleven's got a special right now. Buy one, get it for $1 of their own brand. Man. Montecito, Beverly Hills, Scottsdale, Arizona. These are the places that we visited tonight. These are the places that I visit in my mind. Mr. Info, where did all the people go? Not to heaven because the rapture didn't happen yet. Day 24, we got another opportunity to go to heaven's door. We gotta follow the other calendar. Duh. Hannah, did you know that the real rapture is gonna be on October 6th? You better grab your Bibles quick, 'cause we're gonna go into the sky really, really high to go see a guy named Jesus. Olive Harper, did you want to go any farther in the sky? Or did you want to grab onto something and hold on tight because you're gonna be naked in the sky? I don't know the logistics of your clothes coming off when you go into the rapture, but I trust the people online, they would never lie. And if they get it wrong, then they'll just change the record and blame me for not understanding how complicated raptures are. There's lots of rules and God just talks to fools on podcasts exclusively. Everything's a riddle. Everything's a riddle. I'm gonna play the fiddle in the sky. Oh my. Peace.